Chicken strips, chicken strips, chicken strips, chicken strips, chicken strips. I like chicken strips. Yeah. Okay. Top 10 best fight scenes in the MCU. I wonder if I'll play the intro again because I had to skip the intro. That's freaky. When does Bolt Gun come out? Oh, it just said 2023. That sucks. The game looks like fun. Is he fighting Zinch demons? They look like Zinch demons. Nurglites? Chaos Space Marines. Cultist. Looks like a cultist. That game looks cool. I want ice cream. Fuck. But I'm broke. Might as well start the tutorial. Or I could just pick it up. There I go. Yeah. This term movement. Threats and control zones.
In this tutorial, you control a group of Skaven who are scavenging for resources in the quayside area of Mordheim. As they scatter to search the empty barns and ruined warehouses, a group of mutants bearing the flag of the cult of the possessed appear in sight. Learn the basics of combat to survive this ambush.
Don't panic. Chaos is at work. Initiative ladder.
A new round has started.
Okay, so that's the strategy points at the bottom. Alright. Put them out. Might as well be playing the fucking game. Counterattack. During an enemy's turn, if one of your warriors is attacked in melee, you may have an option for a counterattack. One of those warriors has defensive points remaining in the melee weapon, but this action must be confirmed by using the cross button. X. Yeah, bitch. When a warrior enters a threat zone, represented by the red circle, an enemy's movement is automatically stopped. When the warrior becomes engaged in melee, the warrior can now attack any engaged enemy. The cost of the attack and offense points will vary based on needs. For example, two-handed weapons will cost 2 OP for the offensive points for the first attack, and then the cost will increase by 1 for each subsequent attack. These attacks like see what they mean. Turn. Initiative. At the top of the screen is initiative ladder. It lets you know in which order we're going to go into combat and then there's going to be attribute. Initiative is the warrior's alertness, statistics, skills, and equipment, and so along with their enchantments. Other factors such as sharpness, initiative warrior. Initiative is recalculated so that we combat. Oh no, my homie's getting double teamed. You hold. Athletic actions. Little backflip. Stab him in the ass. Bitch. You hoe. I will stab him in the ass again. No, it wasn't really in the ass, but whatever. I had my turn. Damn, so we're in all-out war here, okay. Fuck you, Elbert. Look at you. Missing like a scrub. Range attacks. Offensive points. 3 in this case. Reloaded. Cost strategy points before being able to shoot again. Reload cost strategy 2. I will shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that guy. Flying around the block with my Glock. Critical hits mean a chance to be critical. Out of action, where it was reached 0 plus 1 out of action. Chance to suffer permanent injuries or even death. In the case of defeat, out of action results in choosing the weapons and lost. Jesus, this game's hard. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Oh, these are cultists. Right. My homie. However, it's possible faster than others. Let's go, Praz Claw. Fuck these dudes up. You dead. Tag him again. For being a dick. My turn. Oh shit, I got a big dude too. Fucker. Yeah. Yeah. Bitch. Oh, fuck. Damn you, Rakim.
A new round has started.
Oh, okay, that's when everybody's turns. When the 5 beacons are in place for pressing to help you navigate the troops from Mordheim. These beacons will display a tall beam of sun where you need to go. Oh, some Fire Emblem shit. Okay, let's go. We triple teaming these motherfuckers. Bitch. Yeah, do something, Augion. Now fuck these guys up. Look at you all stupid. He dead. You're dead too, Rakim. Oh no! He missed! Oh yeah, you got the boy with the gat again. Fucker. Uh-oh. My dude! Counterattack his ass. Oh fuck. You missed too. Oh fuck, he didn't miss that time. You sack of shit. We gotta go help the homie. Alright, I'm gonna put it back. Fuck is this guy? What is this? Wait, how do I... Ah, there we go. And so, in theory... Oh, what is that where I've been walking? Oh, that's where the points... Okay. Ah, interesting device. My dude can't go up there? Oh, there's not enough points. Damn, that sucks. Okay. There we go. I figured it out. Let's fuck this guy up. Oh no. Skaven are cool. They're weird, but they're pretty fucking cool. What the? You're still alive?
A new round has started.
Well, fuck me. Oh, wait, what? bleeding cost anything? Cool. Oh no, he can't jump up there. At least not right now. He doesn't have enough points. Neither does he? Yeah, neither does he. Kill this motherfucker! Do I have any other attacks? No. Kill this motherfucker! Fucking Rakim? Fuck you think this is? In my town! Can I? No. There we go. Fuck you. Leave my homie alone. No. Just keep the point, dude. It's right there. Sharp whisker. That's funny. Yeah. Let's go, sharp whisker. Fuck him up. Uh-oh. That's no good. There we go. Fuck him up. I wonder if this is how Mordheim plays in the fucking tabletop. Fuck Rakim. Rakim's dead.
A new round has started.
It only costs 1 point, and I didn't have enough points to fucking... Okay. That's crazy. Jump his ass. That's how we do shit in the Skaven land. Fucker. Yeah. That's cool. I'm liking this. I'm already liking this game. I'm thoroughly in. I've only been playing this for 5 minutes and I already fucking enjoy it. This is fun. Alright, but stream is up. I understand how to play. So, yeah. Welcome to the stream, fools. Does this work? Yeah, it works. Cool. Alright, so I decided on playing Mordheim, and I'm already enjoying it. Like I said, 5 minutes in, already like it. Apparently you could also choose your warband, so I'm not just playing fucking humans. I could choose Skaven. And Skaven are fun. This is a Warhammer game, like a legit Warhammer game, for those that don't know. The only thing is, this is Warhammer Fantasy, which is very different, where 40k is futuristic, and I'm going to be talking 40k, though. But where 40k is futuristic and Space Marines for the Emperor, fantasy is more grounded. It's, well, I can't say more grounded. It's more about shit that happens on Earth. Everything has happened on Earth, and it's just as fucked up. There's like 50 fucking races in Warhammer Fantasy. Although now it's called Age of Sigmar, because Warhammer Fantasy, they basically rebooted it in an interesting way. But yeah, it's just as fucked up. There's like 50,000 fucking races living in Warhammer Fantasy. If you say, Kevin, if I want to get into Warhammer Fantasy, who should I get into? I'll tell you the same thing I tell people in 40k. I'm like, yo, just look up races. I could give you a secondhand lore about it, but, you know, there's not that many races in 40k. I mean, you have the humans, and then from then you could choose Space Marines or Imperial Guard, Tyranids, Tau, Necron, demons, Chaos Space Marines, orcs, you know? That's already fucking 7. But Warhammer Fantasy has a lot more to choose from. You have humans. You got humans, you got the fucking demons, you got the fucking cultists, you got the fucking zombie vampire things, you got orcs, you got the Skaven, you got lizard people, you got ogres, you got wizards and shit. It's a lot more to it. But if you ask me, like, yo, how did Warhammer Fantasy started? Same fucking thing, you know. Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Fantasy, same fucking thing. They both started from the fact that somebody said, you know what, D&D players don't even use our miniatures. Who gives a fuck? Let's make our own thing. Except Warhammer Fantasy came first, then 40k came out. But the whole lore behind Warhammer Fantasy is almost the same thing. Old ones came in to Earth, decided to populate it with lizard people. They created portals to the warp in the North and South Poles. Turns out that was a really bad fucking idea. Demons started basically influencing humans that were there, and those humans ended up blowing up the North Pole warp portal, and that's when demons finally made their move. So now in Warhammer Fantasy, the planet is covered in, once again, fucking humans, Skaven, lizard people, orcs, where they're called Oroks, chaos demons, just a lot more bullshit. Until eventually, dwarves, of course, too. Basically, as fantasy as you could get it. Elves, I almost forgot elves were a fucking thing. Dwarves, yeah. But the Earth is just covered in all these fucking races. It's a whole fucking hodgepodge of everybody and their mother fighting each other. What are you doing next door to me? What are you doing next door to me? Chaos, bitch. So it's just a whole giant fucking thing. The way they rebooted it was, since the beginning of Warhammer Fantasy, they have been saying one day a fucking meteor is gonna come and fuck up everything and destroy the fucking planet. Everybody's gotta do something to try and stop it. Nobody was able to do anything to stop it. So they destroyed the planet, and then boom, Warhammer Age of Sigmar happened. There you go. I just explained Warhammer Fantasy. But today what I wanted to do was talk about the Horus heresy, because last stream all I did was sort of go over it. I didn't really go in depth into it, so I'm going to try to do that today. Witch hunters? No, thank you. Yeah! Human mercenaries? No. Oh! Sisters of Sigmar? No. Cult of the Possessed? Yeah, see, they even have the 8-pointed star on their flag, too. Mordheim has become a lawless... the reason why Mordheim has a fucking game, though, is because Mordheim is probably one of the only cities, or towns, or whatever, from what I understand, that, it's sort of in danger, but it's not in danger. It's like the... what's that shit called? The Hot Gates of Thermopylae from 300, where the 300 were basically holding off a very narrow canyon. That's what Mordheim is. Mordheim is that canyon before anybody can get into it. And so humans and all these other shits are trying to kill each other to get to it. That way, once Mordheim is long dead and gone, it's an easier way for everybody to just go through it, to attack the main human settlements. But yeah, Cult of the Possessed. Mordheim has become a lawless, blighted place. The malignant clutch of chaos hangs over the ruins. Mutants gather together into the Cult of the Possessed, seeking to gain the favor of the Shadow Lord by returning the Witchstone and the Pit. Slaughter of bones and countries among the realms to be damned. The humans, subhumans, and non-humans are gathered into the dark embrace of madness. Alright, no, I'm choosing Skaven. The Skaven clan of Ishin are... Oh, it's the clan Ishin. One which means death and a murder. Long ago, they learned assassination in distant lands. Now they're among the most feared of the great clans in the Under Empire. These silent killers serve as the eyes and ears of Skavendom, infiltrating the realms of other races and spying upon them from the shadows, striking from ambush. A chance to increase their own prestige inside the clan makes the warbands infesting Mordheim even more ruthless and dangerous. Ha ha! Do it again. Ha ha! That's the most annoying fucking laugh I've ever heard in my life. Ha ha! One more time. Oh god, stop it. Alright, we're choosing Skaven because Skaven are fucking cool.
Have much warpstone. Clanation make trouble pain to keep other clans away. Must be swift silent, not let other clans know. We take fetch all warpstone. Smart wise Skaven may take much power rank with warpstone. Keep steal from stupid man things.
Completed.
Bring to under empire. Many man things in Mordheim nest. Many other things too. All want take warpstone. Make them die. Sister things from Riverhide warpstone under fort nest. Cult things take warpstone to demon hole. Soldier things take warpstone away to barren things. All must die. Skaven, with much warpstone rise fast quick and clan, become big great chief, much slaves, much breeders, much power, become warlord of whole borough maybe. Best quick trail to rank power is swear Sir Great Murder Lord Snicket. Much wise, much strong, most high underling of Clanations, revered, feared Night Lord. Even in holy Skaven blight, they know of Murder Lord Snicket, great mighty Snicket, best of all assassin lords. Maybe becomes Deathmaster someday. He's smart to serve Snicket and share his glory. Make much helping Snicket gnaw, crush all rivals. Why smart Skaven work with Filch, yes? Not never hear learn about Filch Sharptail? Filch Sharptail, greatest killer in all Clanation. Filch strangled Wilhelm the Baron thing and make it look like hungry troll ate him. Filch drowned Warlord Cricklet after his ship sink fighting dragon thing. Pox keep her vile breath choke on old Plague when Filch drops big rock on his tail. Not never hear learn about Filch. Best assassin is one nobody knows. Be proud honor to work for Filch. Filch will let you find much wordstone for him. Great honor.
Yeah. War Camp. What is a game about making the most of a dire situation and is designed as a hardcore experience. Decisions you take while leading your permit and your actions in combat may lead to irreversible injuries for your warriors. The campaign will end after the 4th time that you fall to the reward stone shipment request to your faction. Plan carefully and gird yourself against the horrors of Mordheim. I must complete my first mission. The Warhammer streams for the first time I reach warrior. Let's get a consider one band and hire new warriors. From here on, you can program with equipment. So this is like fucking Demon Gate, the Grey Knights game, which I totally recommend if you're playing on PC. Instruments have warriors can offend slot, the rivers and heroes from the other players. So if my leader is past the man killer, Jesus Christ. So I could change how he looks. Barely see the changes. Yeah, dude, I can barely see the fucking changes. Fuck it. I guess. Oh wow, okay. So it's more than that. So torso. There's a lot that goes into this. I might have bit off more than I could chew here. So my leader is Pask, the man killer. Do I have a hero? Comat Warts. No. Resident Blight. Paxit Verminhide. Cack Warts. Ruzis Kabak Blight. Paxit Verminhide. Okay. Oh, there's only 3. I'm a fucking idiot. Henchman. Hero.
Task completed.
Now I want henchman.
Task completed.
What do you got, homie? A club? Just got another one of these. These look tougher. They all have the same shit though. Well, he has a light shield. You know what I should have done? Hold on. Okay, have one big dude, and then have 2 of these guys. There we go. Yeah. What is this? Oh, reserves? Really? There are currently no handful of hires. That's later. So, Ah, okay. So going to support for mission on not placed on this. So that's my hero, that's my leader, and these are my henchmen. Okay, interesting. Now you've expanded your warband, you may visit the game of service hard to choose your first mission. No further systems. What's the veteran system? The veteran system allows you to the player to gain ranks and above on your warband. Warband and accumulate during your playtime. Gain veteran ranks and blah blah blah. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. So, who's the veteran here? Can't think. But what does it do exactly? Earned by acquiring and learning enchantment recipes. So I guess I could just fuck around with my hero? I suppose. Huh. Alright, fuck it. One man points to on his wagon, while the other divides to 3 sections. Okay.
A spy has reported that an enemy warband is hurrying to recover a secret cache of equipment in the area. With this information, you are able to beat them to the location and deploy patrols to watch for the enemy's arrival.
Cool. I'm supposed to be talking about the Horus heresy, but this is just very interesting. This game caught my attention. And like, I could talk about Warhammer Fantasy, but I just don't know enough of it. I only know like secondhand knowledge. Like,
A new round has started.
hold on. I need to lower the fucking music volume. It's kicking my ass. There we go. Objective. Make the enemy warband rout or put them all out of action. Steal the idol of the enemy warband and secure it in your chest. Resources, search points, investigate where the stone's claimed. Okay, so that's where my homies are. What is this? Backstabber, backstabber. What's that? So? Is that like my point or something? Ah, that's where the weird stone is. Yeah. Let's go pick some of this shit up, boys. Let's get them, my Isaacs. Whoa, what the? Why are you all the way over here, my dude? Oh, I thought I was supposed to do something else. Oh yeah, check all of it. Okay. So, I'm supposed to be talking about the horus heresy, which I will. The horus heresy... Warp effect. The horus heresy in 40k was the big thing that made 40k really be what it is now. From what I know, Eldar and shit were still a thing when the horus heresy started, but like all the other races were still a thing, but you didn't have Tyranids or anything at the time. Tyranids didn't come until like a little time after the horus heresy. But the whole thing was after a big war between the orcs and humans. There was an orc who was huge. I think he was like a little bit bigger than the Emperor, or a lot bigger than the Emperor. He basically said, you know, let's start a war. Fuck it. Because that's just the way fucking orcs work in 40k. They don't give a fuck. Okay. So they started a whole fight with the humans. The Emperor was obviously there, as well as the Primarchs. After that war happened, right soon after, the Emperor basically said, "Look, I'm gonna go back to Earth and I'm gonna stop my own crusade, but Horus is gonna take over for me from now on to lead the crusade. I'm gonna go back to Earth to go do my own thing." We later find out that his own thing was trying to find out how webways work, because the Eldar can use them to travel through the warp without worrying about shit. So the Emperor wanted that for himself as well. So Horus was named War Master, which meant he led the crusade. He could tell his brothers, alright, Rabute, go the fuck over there. Fulgrim, go over there. Rogel Dorn, go do that shit. Angron, go fuck around over there. Horus, though, was a really cool fucking, he was a cool leader. Every time he would reach, a human planet that was, not an Imperium, he'd talk to them. He'd be like, look, I'm not here to just kill y'all. I don't want to just come in here and kill you for not believing in the Emperor. I want you to understand, we have an Imperium. We need you to join it. We can avoid any and all bloodshed if you can just join us. And if you don't, then I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to go to war with you until you're compliant. There was one instance in one of the books in the beginning of the Horus Heresy where they discovered a race of spider things that were killing blood angels. Sanguinius was there, as well as some Emperor's children led by Fulgrim. If you need to imagine Fulgrim, just think of Sephiroth if he cared more about his looks and used L'Oreal conditioner. You have Fulgrim. But they found this race of spider people. They really wanted the planet. So Sanguinius was the first one up. His poor blood angels got fucking crucified on trees by these spider bug creatures to be feasted on. It was horrendous. Like, these motherfuckers would grab them, stab them on the trees, and leave them alive, like, while they bled out. But because how Space Marine anatomy works, their blood would, like, instantly clot up around the wound, so they would be alive for a while the bugs would just eat at them. Eventually they were able to, fight the bugs and shit when this race of humans just came by, and they're like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, what the hell? And then Horus was like, we're trying to get this planet. And they're like, this is an enclosure, motherfucker. We're keeping them here we're just keeping them here. We're not, the hell? He's like, oh. Like, yeah, we this planet is ours. We just left them here to, you know, make sure they don't go wild. And Horus was like, why don't you just kill them? And they're like, who are we to tell a race to exist or not exist, dude? Like, not just fucking butchers and shit. We want to make sure this fucking... What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a trap. You motherfuckers. I'm gonna kill you. They're like, who are we to kill a race just because they can't understand us? You know? So... Horus went down with a few of his... Well, they basically started conversing. That race and the Space Marines of Horus, Fulgrim, and I think Sanguinius skedaddled out of there. But they were just going in and out. Like, that planet of humans would visit Horus's ship, the Vengeful Spirit, to check out things, and Horus would be like, yep, this is our ship. This is our hangar. Those are our Space Marines. Aren't they cool looking? And they're like, yeah, I'm some cool motherfuckers. And they're like, yeah, man, that's fucking cool. I see you got Space Marines too. And they're like, yeah, it's just ours aren't as ugly as yours, you know. Ours are a little more sleeker and shit. So he's like, yeah, it's not a competition. He's like, yeah, no, it's not a competition. I get it. And then Horus would visit their planet, and he'd be like, damn, y'all got some big ass buildings. And they're like, yeah, and, you know, like, I got water? And he's like, yeah, we still got water and shit. It's fucking cool. And I'm like, yeah, man, we barely have water in our ship. I mean, we got a fucking water distribution thing, but, you know, whatever. It's not a competition. And they're like, no, yeah, it's not a competition at all. So, the big thing that happened with that, though, was Horus and his council, the Morneval, which consisted of Tarek Torgadon, Gavial Loken, Little Horus Aximand, and they called him Little Horus because he looked like a little Horus. Like, Little Horus. Like, Horus is a big motherfucker. Just think of Little Horus as Horus, but in regular Space Marine size, because Primarchs are like 2 times bigger. And Abaddon. The guys in the podcast I listen to call him Isekai Abaddon, because his name is Ezekiel, but it's spelled E-Z-E-K-I-E-L. Ezekiel Abaddon. What the hell? Parry stance. Dodge stance. It's very interesting. So they all went down there to check more shit out and, you know, see what's up. When they go to a museum, the humans on that planet go show them a museum, and they show them a sword. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Damn it, how did I forget? Before the whole thing with the bugs happened, Erebus from the Word Bearers came out to help out Horus and, you know, get shit. Oh, what's up, Horus? Oh, what's up, Erebus? How's Lorgar? Oh, he's pretty good. You know, doing Lorgar shit. He's still reading. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But Erebus was there too. It was Erebus, Horus, the Morneval. They all went into they went to the planet, and they were all checking out the museum with the leaders of that planet. And they're like, oh yeah, this is some crazy shit we have here. We got that shield, we got that banner, we got some history with the Imperium from all that fucking time ago. You know, same old shit. You know, it's pretty cool. And Horus was like, yo, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, that's the Amathane. It's a sword we have. It has this weird, like, nemesis metal. And it was like, what the fuck is a nemesis metal? And it's like, basically, we could tell it to kill somebody, and it will not stop until it kills that person. It was like, so it's like a drone? And it's like, no, it'll just do whatever it can. Like, it'll probably talk to you and be like, grab me, bitch. I gotta go kill Ronald McDonald, and you're gonna help me. You know, that type of shit. So after that, they all started having dinner. Loken went back, like, to his room, because they all had rooms and shit. It was like Airbnb up in that motherfucker. When the general of that, like, army of that planet basically said, so your god revealed Loken. He's like, yeah, man, like, I'm Loken, what's up? He's like, oh, well, we got shit, you know, I wanted to talk to you, because I know you're part of the council, and you're the friendliest looking motherfucker, you know. Tarek Torgadon's a joker, Abaddon is scary looking and little Horus, I'm pretty sure he's probably a little dumb, but I'm not going to say that to his face. And Loken basically told him, alright, and he's like, so the good general was like, so what are y'all trying to do? And Loken's like, we're trying to get y'all with the Imperium. And that's just it. We're trying to get y'all with the Imperium, because we are 1 million planets of humans, and us Space Marines, we keep it all cool. We make sure that nothing comes your way that y'all can't stop or anything like that. It's just who we are. We're just the Imperium. We just make sure that everything is cool. And if y'all have troubles as humans in the Imperium, we settle that. I keep hitting ambush stance. That's not what I want. You motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking slaughter you. Oh, you're gonna buff your weapon, bitch? Fuck you, and your dodge stance. I hate you and your fulcrum colors. You motherfucker. Now I'm gonna go kill your ass. Wait, can I start over? I fucked up. You can have perform volunteer and shoot from battle without extra penalties. Jesus. My homies. My boys.
A new round has started.
So, Loken told them, like, yeah, we want y'all to join the Imperium. We can protect y'all. We'll put a legion here. We'll just make sure y'all are safe. And the general told them, alright, look, we want to join y'all. We really do. We will give up without a fight and join the Imperium. But we had to be... The reason why we've been doing this back and forth with y'all is because we're scared that you're part of chaos. And Loken's like, what the fuck is chaos? And they're like, the general's like, you don't know what the fuck chaos is? And Loken's like, not really. I mean... I think Horus might know, but I don't know what the fuck chaos is. What the fuck is chaos? So the dude basically told him a little bit like, yeah, chaos is this shit from another world that we just don't know how to deal with ourselves, you know? Like we've tried to deal with shit before, but it's difficult. And Loken has experienced fighting chaos demons. He's fought one before. So he's like, yeah, bro, I know what you mean, but no, we're not part of chaos. We're 100% human. Oh, you're on Overwatch, you piece of shit. It means if I move, this dick face can probably shoot me if I move the wrong spot. I gotta get him with the others. Yeah, that'll also work. Put him on him. So, out of nowhere, though, the general gets a call after that back and forth conversation of Loken telling him, no, we're not with chaos. What the fuck is chaos? And that dude being... And even though Loken, you know, experiencing chaos and all that shit was like, yeah, dude, I don't know what the fuck chaos is. The general's like, oh, thank fucking God y'all are not with chaos. This is fucking awesome news. I'll confirm it with my leaders. The general gets a call basically saying, yo, those motherfuckers are lying. How do you know they're lying? Our Amathane, the sword we had in the museum, is fucking gone, bro. And so the general's like, alright, Loken, you're gonna have to come with me. And I'm gonna have to get your bolt gun and your chain sword. And Logan's like, I ain't about to give that shit up. Fuck's wrong with you? And then that starts a whole fight. They try to go get Horus. You motherfucker took my warp stone. I'm gonna smack your bitch ass in the face. I started a whole fight. Horus was trying to not ease the tension, but stop the fighting. Like, yo, we don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, stop. And they're like, no, bitch, you're lying. You're with Chaos and Horus. Something happened where they had a small band of Space Marines with them, and they just shot them dead. So Horus said, fuck it. Kill them all. So they all... And Space Marines came. The rest of Horus's Legion came from space and just fucked up everything else. It turns out, though, Erebus from the fucking Word Bearers took that sword for himself.
A new round has started.
Kill this motherfucker. I hate you so much. Okay. Dodge. Nah, fuck that. Put him on the so we see what it does. I could kill him. That is disgusting. I'm scared these dickheads are just gonna come in out of fucking nowhere and shit. Switch weapons. Ambush. Wait, switch weapons? Oh god, no! Fuck! Fuck it, put them on dodge stance. I can put them on there. But, it turns out Erebus stole the fucking sword like a dickhead. It sucked, man. It really sucked because Horus. It was one of those moments where you could see that Horus is a good leader. He's trying to be peaceful as possible. I'm gonna fuck you up. Over here looking like Sagat before he lost his eye and shit. Dick. But it was one of those moments where Horus wasn't a fucking nutcase that everybody ends up knowing him as. So, it turns out Erebus, the reason why he stole it is because his legion, the Word Bearers, they are with Chaos. Lorgar felt that the Emperor's way... I hate you so much.
A new round has started.
Lorgar felt that the way the Emperor treated him was wrong because Lorgar was more into worshipping the Emperor. The Emperor burned down one of his planets and basically embarrassed him in front of everybody. Reboot Gilman and Malkador the Sigillite, the Emperor's homeboy. So Lorgar wanted to find the truth behind everything. He wanted to find gods and divination, and he did in the Chaos Gods. So he sent Erebus to do two things: corrupt Horus for the Chaos Gods, because that's what they wanted, and start these thingies called lodges in every fucking legion. You know, like out of all the 18 legions, there's a lodge in there, and what the lodges were supposed to do was basically give Space Marines a place to chill. Just give them a spot. Like, just say, hey, you're my general, I'm your lowly Space Marine, but here, we're homies. We ain't gotta talk like orders anymore. Like, you want a soda? Hell yeah, I want a soda. Alright, cool, let's go get a soda. Bygones be bygones and shit. But in reality, it turns out the lodges were really just for chaos worship. Eventually these motherfuckers would like flay people alive that were in there and shit. But it turns out Erebus's plan was to basically give that sword to one of the first few Nurglings, like people possessed by Nurgle, the Chaos God. He gave him the sword and told them basically run him up. So the whole planet turned to chaos with Nurgle. Horus went there trying to get compliance, fought that guy. Horus beat the fuck out of him, but he got a lucky strike in, so Horus was heavily fucking wounded. To the point that he was near death. At the time when the Horus Crusade was going on, one of the things Malkador wanted was to get remembrancers on every Legion's planet to basically just, get the scoop. They were artists, they were reporters, journalists, just everything that a war needs to, basically, give the play-by-play for people on Earth. Like, oh shit, Horus went to this planet, fucked it up sideways, now we got another planet in the motherfucking Imperium. Would you look at that? Horus is one badass motherfucker. Shit like that. And there were millions of these motherfuckers. Fucking Space Marine ships are huge. So, when Horus got brought back to the ship with the Mournival, all the remembrancers and normal people that were living on the ship basically crowded the fuck out of them. Like, y'all remember that Six Flags concert where people fucking died and shit? It was that crowded. People were crowding around Horus like that. To the point that the Mournival had to be like, please, can you get the fuck out of the way? We're trying to get Horus to the medical bay. And they're like, oh my god, what happened to Horus? Oh my god, shit, oh my god. And it got to the point where Loken got so pissed off, he started just punching these motherfuckers down. Now, if you get punched by a Space Marine, that is it. You are basically getting punched in the face by Hulk at that point. It is dunzo. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Oh no, I can't. Damn. Let me get these points back real quick. Let me get these points back. No, I can't. That sucks. Right, hold on. I'll put it on ambush. That way, if he gets out of the way, my Skaven can just fuck him up. So, roll all alone. Failed. I might end up losing this shit. I might have to start over off stream or something. But yeah, fucking Loken and the Mournival just started beating their way through all the remembrancers and shit, trying to get him to the medical bay. At this point, Horus had his own private remembrancer, this rich bitch, whatever. She came by because Horus was like, bring the bitch to me. And so she was like, I'm here, Lord Horus. And then he was like, I want you to document my last words. So she documented everything Horus was saying, all of his feelings and shit towards the Imperium, towards the Emperor, to the Space Marines. Meanwhile, Loken visits the lodge and he's like, y'all know Horus is fucked up there? And Erebus is like, it's fine, dude. Just, we'll take him to a lodge Lorgar recommended. And Logan's like, bitch, you are just creepy all around. You know that, Erebus? You and the writing on your face and shit, you over here looking like a goddamn Picasso painting. You're just weird. There's no way in hell I'm trusting you with Horus. I would rather have him fucking die. This is crazy shit. And now you're telling me, oh, a lodge can save him? How can the lodge save him, Erebus? Tell me. How can the lodge save him? Please. And Erebus was like, with magic. And Loken was like, bitch, I ought to shoot you in the fucking face. I really should. And Erebus was like, what? And Loken's like, bitch, we are the Imperium. We do not believe in that shit. So Torgodon at the time was also like, yeah, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, Erebus, you fucking weirdo? But Little Horus and Abaddon was like, fuck that. I don't care if we take him to the goddamn fucking McDonald's in fucking Bissonnette. at 12 a.m. in the fucking morning. I don't care if we have to take him to Waffle House in the middle of a fight. We gotta save Horus one way or another. So, Horus isn't getting better. He's very close to death, and he could feel it. So, Abaddon and Little Horus and Erebus take him to the lodge, where, yes, it turns out that it's a place of chaos. They take him there. Erebus goes in with them, and he's like, look, y'all can't come in here, talking to the Mortal Ball, y'all gotta wait out here. And once inside, we'll revive Horus. So, Horus is put into like a trance type of shit, and Erebus went in with him and disguised himself as one of Horus's old generals, and he basically told Horus, like, Horus was like, oh my god, you're back, and then Erebus, disguised, was like, yeah, Horus, I'm back, but it's because I gotta show you some shit. The Emperor, if we continue... No, my homie!
Your warband morale is critically low.
Yeah, I'm gonna start this over off stream. But Erebus, disguised, told Horus, look, if the Imperium continues, this is the future that we have in store for us. And he showed him a future where, basically, everything was made out of gold and shit, but all the Primarch statues to represent all the Primarchs were just destroyed. So Horus was basically like, holy fuck, this is fucking crazy, are you serious? And Erebus was like, yeah man, I'm totally serious. And then Horus was like, you know what, you're not talking like you usually do. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, shit's different here. And he's like, bitch, you lying, you're fucking Erebus, I could tell from your nasty ass fucking forehead.
A new round has started.
Yeah, we're gonna lose this shit. Oof. I have to start this over off stream for real. Damn, that's crazy. So, at the same time, Magnus the Red, the Primarch of the Thousand Suns...
Fool me, Warband! Listen, learn from Filch. Filch always win beat through things. Filch always find fetch much wordstone. Warband, learn, listen to Filch, or soon may the Lord make all dead die.
This game's fun. Magnus felt that psychic bullshit going on, and he was like, yo, some shit's going down. And his his chapter master, like his general, was like, mission report, open wounds. Oh, he did.
It's over for this one.
He
It's
did
over
too.
for this one.
Oh, he's alright. He's okay. He's okay. Damn, dude. Jesus. Can I get another leader and henchman? I mean, leader and hero? Yeah, I can. This is crazy. I like this game. Magnus felt it. He felt the psychic bullshit and was like, some shit's going down. And his first chapter master was like, what do you mean, sir? And he's like, I feel a disturbance in the warp. I think Horus is about to get fucked up. So, he goes into, like, and the chapter master was like, you know, I'm not the type of guy to argue with you, Magnus, but we're not supposed to be doing psychic shit. And Magnus is like, I know. But how else do you fight psychic shit? He's like, yeah, you're right. What are you gonna do? And Magnus is like, I'm gonna go in there. So Horus goes into the fucking trance with... Magnus goes into the trance with Horus. And meanwhile, remember, Magnus isn't next to him. I would have mentioned that shit. Magnus is light years away. Magnus is an incredibly powerful psyker. But at the time where this shit was happening... Psychers were banned. Librarians were banned. All that shit, psychic bullshit, was banned. It was not allowed anymore because of the connection it has to the warp. So Magnus went into the trance with Horus, and he was like, Horus, that motherfucker is lying. That is not that is not the future. The future is never fucking written in stone. It doesn't happen that way. I guess pay him? Fuck it. Yeah, he's fucking lying. No future is told in stone. That is a future, but it is not the future. And Erebus was like, don't fucking believe him. He's probably some type of fucking agent from the warp. Look at him. He's using psychic powers, even though he's not supposed to be using psychic powers. That motherfucker is a liar. And Horus was like, damn, he right, Magnus. Why are you using psychic powers? You're not supposed to be. And Magnus was like, bitch, don't fucking worry about that shit. He is lying. So Horus finally said, you know what? Both of y'all shut the fuck up. I'm gonna decide. Eventually it goes back to like outside that lodge. Little Horus and Abaddon are still waiting outside. Loki and Torgodon went back to the ship, and they were basically told by another legion, basically Space Marines that came from Malkador. He was like, look, we heard what happened. Y'all killed a lot of Remembrancers. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And Logan was like, they wouldn't move the fuck out the way! And they're like, we're gonna have to punish you one way or another. It's not gonna be today. It's not gonna be tomorrow. But yeah, this ain't good for nobody. So once Horus comes back, if he comes back, we're gonna have to sell this shit. You're gonna have to come back to Earth. And you're gonna have to face fucking punishment for that bullshit. So Loken goes down with Torgodon, and Abaddon and Little Horus is like, so what? Y'all bitches gonna fight now? And they're like, no. We're not here to fight. It's not gonna happen. We're not doing this. Come back tomorrow when you want. Wait, so what do I do? Oh, that's how you fuck around with this. Oh, next day. Okay.
New shipment request arrived.
I got 10 days to fill this. Yeah, I don't have any weird stone. Shit, I got 10 days to do that shit. How much do I gotta deposit? Fragments. Weight requested. 75. Payment. 187. Total weight reputation. Wow, dude, this is crazy. I like this. I'm really liking this. Skirmish. Oh, it's a multiplayer. But, Little Horus and Abaddon are like, so what, you bitches ready to fight? And they're like, Torgodon and Loken are like, no, we're not here to fight. We just, if Horus is coming back, he's coming back. And I will be happy as fuck if he comes back healthy, without any changes, and we could just continue this shit like if nothing ever fucking happened. Okay? So they're like, alright. So the doors open to the big ass temple, and Horus just comes out with Erebus like, what's up, bitches? I'm back! And so they're like, yeah, Horus is back, Dad is back, yeah! But you could tell crazy shit was about to happen. The Remembrancer that Horus had privately killed her ass. There was a Remembrancer that Loken was cool with. His ass is dead too. But the biggest thing that happened that started Horus being an evil piece of shit, there was another planet they had discovered. It was completely futuristic. They had their own Space Marines, even their own fucking Mechanicum. And they're like, oh man, we're so glad to join the Imperium and all this shit. Dude had a staff, and he was like, yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. Horus was like, yeah, dude, y'all gonna be with the Imperium. And they're like, what? How did y'all get all this? And then that leader of that planet was like, yeah, we have a STC machine. And an STC machine is like an artificial intelligence, but it's not really artificial intelligence because that's heresy. But it basically teaches you how to make shit. Like, you go set it up and be like, alright, what do you do? And he's like, I teach people how to make fucking McDonald's hamburgers and fucking Whataburger hamburgers. He was like, cool, let's make some, you know. Now, the Mechanicum have a huge hard-on for this shit. The reason why is because the Mechanicum is not allowed, under orders of the Imperium, to create shit. They're only allowed to rebuild shit. So, the second Horus found out that they had an STC machine, the leader, he just shot the leader in the face and said, I'd shot him because that was a weapon he had in his hand. And it was like, motherfucker, that was a cane, you lying motherfucker. It turns out Horus was turning the Mechanicum against the Imperium. Obviously not all of them. It was just a good half of them that were pissed off that the Emperor said, y'all can't do that shit. So, not good. I should hire more of these. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take care of it. So,
your scouts report to you that a rival warband has been spotted in the area pillaging houses. While they are dispersed and distracted, you deploy your own patrols in the hope of surprising the enemy.
So, Horus gives that STC machine to the Dark Mechanicum, and they're like, alright, bitch, this means you join us. And Dark Mechanicum's like, yeah, we'll join you. They give him the STC machine. So, Loken talked to his Remembrancer, because he has like 3 Remembrancer friends, and he was like, Horus fucked up. And his Remembrancer was like, what do you mean? And he's like, Horus shot that dude for no fucking reason. And she was like, he had a weapon. It was a plasma weapon. He was like, that wasn't no fucking plasma weapon. I've been in this shit for decades. That was no fucking plasma weapon. I've seen a plasma weapon. You can't contain how a plasma weapon looks. It needs coils and shit. That was not a plasma weapon. Horus shot that motherfucker for no fucking reason. I don't know what that lodge did to Horus, but that's not Horus. So that was the first sign of him turning evil. As time went on, though, it just slowly started getting worse with Horus. Horus started turning others. The lodges started getting worse too. Torgadon showed up to his last lodge meeting and basically held a knife up to Erebus, and everybody's like, "Yo, Torgadon, stop!" And then he was like, "No, fuck this bullshit. Erebus fucked up everything. I don't know who the fuck that is in Horus's armor, but that is not Horus. So I'm gonna get rid of this motherfucker right now." And Erebus was like, "No, bro, look, I brought Horus back. With him, we can make the Imperium even fucking better. Don't you understand? Come on, Torgadon, think about it. If you kill me, you could kill me. There ain't nothing stopping you from killing me. But how's that gonna look to everybody else? Everybody else here is gonna fucking kill you. Is that what you want? You want to turn brother against brother, Torgadon? What the fuck is wrong with you? I brought peace to this legion. I'm not asking for you to suck my dick, but you got a knife to my throat. You know? So, you gotta do what you gotta do. Torgadon says, you know what? Fuck this lodge. Fuck you. Fuck Erebus. Fuck your banners. Fuck the fucking Sons of Horus Legion that we changed our name into, because Horus changed the name to the Sons of Horus. They were the Lunar Wolves. Fuck the Sons of Horus. Fuck you. Fuck the lodge. Fuck this coin y'all gave me. Fuck the banners. Fuck Erebus. Fuck all y'all. Y'all can suck my dick. I'm done with this bullshit. You bunch of fucking momos. So, Torgadon left. Left the lodge. He didn't leave the Legion. You can't leave the Legion. So, as the years went on, Erebus skedaddled back to Lorgar to tell him, yeah, Horus is chaos now. And Lorgar was like, cool. But as the years went on, Horus slowly started corrupting others. Fulgrim, he gave the Amathane, the sword that stabbed him, he gave it to Fulgrim. And that slowly started turning Fulgrim fucking insane. Fulgrim, the sword started talking to him like, you should suck that guy's dick, Fulgrim. And Fulgrim's like, ew, bitch, what? No, what? Hell no. And she's like, you know you want to, Fulgrim. It's like, I don't. It's like, you a lying ass motherfucker, Fulgrim. It's like, shut up! And, like, that went on for decades with Fulgrim, with the sword and shit. And, remember, fucking time in Warhammer is weird. Fucking decades are, like, months to them, so. Because, 40k, 30k, that's 30,000. Fulgrim's big corruption was, after so many years of the sword talking to him, it reached a point where, once again, remember, legions had remembrancers to talk about everything. There was a remembrancer they had that she was really good into music. She was like into Slipknot, Mushroomhead, Kiss, all the good shit. So eventually she was like, you know what? I want to make fucking chaos music. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get screams of people y'all motherfuckers ain't even heard of. Y'all ever heard a motherfucker get his skin peeled off with a potato peeler and put that shit in a synthesizer? The shit sounds amazing. Like, that type of shit. So she held a concert at a Chaos Temple, and using these weird-ass fucking guitars and fucking accordions and shit. If you need a fucking, like, picture of how that looks like, y'all remember that movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico? When Enrique Iglesias had that guitar case and it had like a rocket launcher or like a flamethrower at the end? It was bullshit like that, but take off the guitar case and just have it as a fucking acoustic guitar with a flamethrower at the end. But instead of a flamethrower, it's a plasma thrower. That's the type of shit she was making. So she played a concert. She was playing fucking Duality up there with these fucking guitars, and all the Space Marines just in the Emperor's Children, Fulgrim's fucking Legion, were like, "Oh god, it sounds amazing," and they all just nutted and killed each other and shit. And that's what did Fulgrim, and he was like, "Oh my god, that does sound fucking amazing. Oh my god!" And then the sword was like, "Go suck that dude's dick, Fulgrim." And so he went to go suck his dick, It was crazy shit. That was what finally did Fulgrim in. Porter Robbo felt like he was being mistreated by the Emperor, so he said fuck it. Lorgar was already saying fuck it. Conrad Kurz felt like he wasn't being treated right either because he had fucking future powers, and he's Batman. If Batman started killing people, think of it like Batman. If Batman and Freddy Krueger had a weird-ass baby, that's Conrad Kurz and his Legion. Angron was always pissed off, and he felt, is this going to bring a fight? Yeah, it's going to bring a fight. Alright then, I'm joining Horus. I don't give a fuck. So he just started turning everybody he could. The only people he couldn't were obviously the other 9, because that wouldn't make sense. But, shit, where was I going? The thing that finally started the Horus heresy, though, was the Istvan III massacre. And what it was he got his own legion, Mortarion of the Plague Marines, or the Death Guard, Fulgrims, Angrons, who else? I know it was a few others. Or maybe it might have just been 4. He got all of the ones, he got all those legions, and all of the Space Marines, every individual Space Marine, they would pick out. And he'd be like, is he cool with us? Nah, he's not cool with us. Alright, send him to Istvan 3. Is he cool with us? Yeah, he's cool with us. Alright, keep him in the back, put him to go on standby. And they did that for every individual motherfucking Space Marine in their Legion. So the loyalist Space Marines that were loyal to the Emperor were sent down on Istvan 3, and they're like told, alright, this plan's fucked up. We're gonna send y'all in to fix everything. Hold these lines, and then stand by for more mission objectives. The two Space Marine loyalists that are most important were Garo of the Death Guard and Tarvitz of the Emperor's Children. The reason why they're so important, Tarvitz of the Emperor's Children was supposed to go on the planet of Istvan 3. But he didn't because he was injured. So what he did was he talked to Rylanor. Rylanor is a whole fucking dreadnought. He's the fucking David Martinez looking motherfucker in purple armor. Because that's what dreadnoughts were. They were fucking David Martinez looking guys. Just a torso and a head. So he asked Rylanor, yo, Rylanor, who are they sending over there? And they're like, oh, they're supposed to be sending you, bro, and a few other people. They're supposed to send me too. And they're like, what the fuck? Why? He's like, I don't know, dude. Like, they're requesting you go in this drop pod. And he's like, and the drop pod was just organized weird in a way Tarvitz didn't fucking recognize. Because usually he'd be put in with his homie Lucius. And he wasn't, so he was like, what the fuck is going on? Rylanor, is there any way I could not be on the ship, on the drop pod? And he's like, I think the only way is if you take over my spot as a keeper of rights. He's like, I'll take it. He's like, alright, cool, I'll go on your place then. So, Rylanor ends up going to Isfahan 3. Tarvitz finds out, though, he looks out into space and he's like, why are all the ships pointing their guns to the planet? So he goes into the hangar and checks shit out. These motherfuckers are ready to nuke the planet on a global fucking scale with virus bombs. So he gets on a fucking ship and hauls ass the fuck out of there to land on Isfahan 3 when the Death Guard, Garo, he was on another ship because he was injured. And they told him, look, just hang out, on this ship and fire when we tell you to fire. Garo was like, fire what? And he's like, don't worry about it. Just stay on the ship. Don't worry. So Garo was about to shoot down Tarvitz because he saw Tarvitz going to Isfahan 3 and all the other ships were shooting him down or trying to shoot him down. And Garo was like, all right, report who's in this fucking ship. And Tarvitz was like, Garo, it's me. It's Tarvitz. Do not shoot me down.
A new round has started.
And Garo's like, why, bro? And he's like, yo, they're about to bomb the fucking planet with all of our homies inside, on the planet. He's like, the fuck do you mean, bro? He's like, they're gonna fucking nuke them. They're gonna nuke everybody. Like, all of our dudes are about to get nuked. Garo, fuck. I need to go down there and warn them. And Garo's like, I don't know, bro. I mean, if they're shooting you down. And Tarvitz was like, I swear to God, Garo, I would not fucking lie to you about this shit. This is fucking crazy. I don't believe in myself. If I were you, I'd shoot me down. But for the love of God, Garo, do not shoot me the fuck down. And Garo didn't shoot him down. So Tarvitz got down to the planet, talked to everybody that was there, Loken, Lucius, and all them. And he was like, yo, they're about to nuke the planet. And they're like, why? We won. And they're like, no, they're about to nuke us, bro. And he's like, why? It's like, because they know we're against Horus. They know we're against Horus. So, they win that war in Isfahan 3. And yeah, what Tarvitz said was right. They're about to nuke everybody. So, maybe a few hours after, like maybe 2 hours after, that's when the nukes, the virus bombs started hitting. Like, they started heading towards the planet. Loken was there with Torgadon, and Abaddon and Little Horus are back on the planet, back on the ship. And Loken's like, alright, everybody find cover. There's a whole undercity. Get the fuck down. Everybody heads down. The virus bombs go off. It's a whole virus bomb. After a few minutes, once the virus has settled, Horus shot down more bombs into the city, into the fucking planet. To where am I supposed to be? What can I scavenge here? Oh, it must be in. Yeah, I'm have to wait here. Trap. As far as I can tell. So, Horus was about to head out. He was about to skedaddle the fuck out of there. And he's like, alright, there's no way these motherfuckers are alive. And even if they are, let's just virus bomb them again. Who gives a shit? When Angron was like, I'm gonna go down there. And they're like, why? And they're like, I wanna fight, bitch! That's why. Fuck it. So Angron and a few of his world eaters headed down. Horus was like, "You stupid motherfucker. God fucking damn it." Angron was like, "They're still alive, Horus, on my mama. I'm going down there, and I'm gonna find out for sure." So, I can't tell where they are, obviously. It's not like I can get this. There's shit. Let me see. I'm scared there's gonna be a motherfucker somewhere in here. Put a dodge stance just in case. But Angron heads down to the planet, and you know, Loken was obviously alive. Loken, Torgodon, Tarvitz, Lucius, all the important motherfuckers, Rylanor, they were all still alive. So they saw all the ships landing with the World Eaters and Angron and all of everybody else, and they basically said, "All right, we've been betrayed. Horus is evil now. We need to fight, and this is going to be our last stand." Tarvitz, what's our plan? And Tarvitz was like, "Look, I told Garo what the fuck is going on. Garo said he's going to head back to Earth and try to get help. I don't know if he'll make it in time. I doubt he will, but if we could warn the Imperium about what the fuck is going on, then we win. We just need to buy Tarvitz time. I mean, we need to buy Garo time." And Loken was like, "Fuck it. Let's go. Either we do it or we don't." So Loken basically gave one last speech, basically saying, "All right, we need to stay here alive as long as fucking possible.
Objectives
The
updated.
more time we could give Horus with bothering with us, the more time Garo has to warn Earth. We are fighting this war against our own brothers, against World Eaters, against Death Guard. They will kill you, but we will kill them as well. To all my sons of Horus legionnaire brothers, we are no longer the sons of Horus. Our father has betrayed us. From now on, we are the Lunar Wolves." So they all got, everybody, as those ships landed, Space Marines were already waiting for them. So it was all out war. Lucius ended up betraying them, though, basically telling them, "Yeah, motherfuckers are still alive. Bomb them here, 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 and here. Now get me the fuck back up there," because Lucius was already fucking, he was battle hungry, and he was like, "I'm not about to fucking die for these motherfuckers. Fuck they think. No." Rylanor was still fighting and shit. It was just all out war. Until eventually Horus basically said, "Angron, get the fuck back up here." And Angron was like, "Why, bro? We're winning." And he's like, "You stupid motherfucker. This is not about winning. This is about eliminating the loyalists. Now get your dumbass back up here so I can bomb everybody again, or I'm bombing your ass along with them." So Angron and whatever traitors were still alive went up there, and they were Istvan 3 was bombed again. This time they didn't have the luxury of getting into cover or anything. That was just it. And that was it for the Istvan 3 story. But that's what really started Horus turning evil, was the events of Istvan 3, because I'm going to dodge stance. So everybody on Istvan 3 ended up dying. Garo was able to warn Earth about it, not without some casualties, sadly, but Garo was able to pick up Loken's remembrancers, the ones he was cool with, because Horus basically said, "Fuck it, kill them all." And also, one of Horus's other Space Marines that was still loyal to him, but he had the same sense, fuck it, Horus is turning evil, I can't have this shit, I can't be here. So, trying to get the warp stone here. Oh, it's in the building, fuck, let me head back. There we go. So,
Objectives updated.
Is that good or is that bad? Garo went back, was able to head to Earth. Of course, not without collateral damage. He was freaking out. It was a whole big ass thing. If you want to get into the whole thing with the Horus heresy and you want to read the books, don't listen to what anybody says. Read the first 4 books of the Horus heresy. Read all of them. Even Flight of the Eisenstein with Garo, because that book in itself was fucking insane. Garo has to be one of the most badass fucking characters in Warhammer history with Loken. But after that, book-wise, it spread because all the legions were dealing with different things. Magnus was dealing with the fact that
a
Magnus'
new round
whole
has
thing
started.
Was after Horus turned evil and was put in with chaos, Magnus sent a psychic message to the Emperor. He like put himself up in a hologram or whatever the fuck, all the way back to Earth. But in the middle of it, the Emperor just figured out the webways, and Magnus showing up just fucked it up. Like, it caused an explosion, and it caused a permanent portal in that place where demons just pour out all Doom style. And the Emperor was fucking pissed. So, the Emperor basically said, fuck it. Send Lehman Russ, tell Lehman Russ to get Magnus the fuck here. He is fucking put in prison. I'm gonna rip his good eye out, and I'm gonna make him eat that shit. Tell Lehman Russ to get him the fuck over here. It was pissed. Because now the Emperor had to basically make a throne where he could focus his psychic powers on only specific points, and it'll amplify his psychic power while also straining his body. But because it's the Emperor, who gives a shit? So the Emperor now has to sit in that chair, keeping that portal closed, or else more demons will pour into Earth. So Horus found out about Lehman Russ going to Magnus to basically fuck him up. He sent a message to Lehman Russ saying, "Hey, Lehman Russ, yeah, the Emperor has a change of plans. He wants you to kill Magnus." And Lehman Russ is like, "All right, cool, motherfucker, I'm down." Lehman Russ is the Primarch of the Space Wolves. So Lehman Russ goes over to Magnus's planet, fucks up everything. Magnus basically makes a deal with the Chaos Demons to basically save his legion. But it's like Full Metal Alchemist. They were basically all turned into Alphons from Full Metal Alchemist. They're just living armor. It's right here, though. Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Probably on the first floor. Why can't I go through there? Oh, it's right here. I'm a fucking idiot. So, Magnus and the Thousand Sons. Magnus basically made the same deal Edward did in Full Metal Alchemist.
Objectives updated.
So Magnus is evil. Mortarion was slowly being corrupted by Nurgle. Going to ambush stance. What was happening there was Typhon had direct communication to Nurgle. He was one of Nurgle's first Plague Marines. And from what I remember, towards the end of the Horus Heresy, going into the Siege of Terra, Nurgle basically told Typhon, "Yo, y'all gonna be traveling through the warp, and they're gonna think it's safe because y'all are chaos now. But instead of telling him to take a right, tell him to take a left." And Typhon was like, "Hey, sure, whatever." Typhon was the chapter master. He was like second in command to Mortarion. So they took that left, and they ended up right in Nurgle's fucking clutches, and Nurgle just tortured the fuck out of them, turning them into living fucking tumors and shit. And they were disgusting to fucking look at. Until Mortarion said, "Look, Can you just stop, please? Like, just stop. I don't want this for my Space Marines. This fucking sucks. And so Nurgle was like, all right, sure, I can stop. I'll stop right now. But from now on, you and your Plague Marines are mine. Y'all are my Plague Marines. Y'all don't belong to the Emperor anymore.
Objectives
Y'all are with me.
updated.
You make that deal with me, and I'll stop the pain. And so Mortarion said, all right, fuck it. I'll do it. That's fine. But that's all he did. He kept them as living, breathing giant tumors, but he just stopped the pain. They do no longer feel pain. If anything, they feel pleasure. But that was going towards the Siege of Terra. Mortarion and Death Guard were still Mortarion and Death Guard. Yeah, killed that bitch. You missed. Motherfucker, you missed. I gotta get this dude to skedaddle. I'm a killer and then skedaddle out of here. So, but yeah, once again, the Mortarion thing, that was like heading towards later. What was happening next was the Istvan 5 the atrocity at Istvan 5. Now, when I say these planet names, don't think that planet is named Istvan. The planet next to it is... No, it's a whole system. So it's the Istvan system. Istvan 3 was the Space Marines versus Space Marines. Istvan 5 was Primarchs versus Space Marines versus Space Marines. Basically, the Emperor found out from, you know, what Garo did, and basically told them, alright, I'm gonna need 7 of you motherfuckers to go over there and fuck them and stop this shit. Help out who you need to help out. The Emperor didn't know, though, 5 of those 7 Primarchs that he sent were already fucking Chaos related. The only ones that weren't were Ferrus Manus, Vulcan, and Corvus Corax. Corvus Corax of the Raven Guard, Vulcan of the Salamanders, and Ferrus Manus of the Iron Hands. So they went to Istvan 5 to help out who they could, but then those 5 turned against the 3, or the 2. Was it 5? Maybe it was 4. Oh no, it was like 7 afterwards, but whatever. So they were just outnumbered. The Raven Guard, the Salamanders, and the Iron Hands were outnumbered. The big things that happened in those in that whole Istvan 5 fight was the Vulcan was kidnapped and tortured by Conrad Kurz to the point of death. But Vulcan is a perpetual, so he could live forever. He could keep coming back. Corvus Corax fought Lorgar hand to hand, fucked them up royal, until Conrad Kurz came up and basically said, "You suck ass at fighting, Lorgar." It's crazy as shit. So Corvus had to fucking skedaddle and help the Raven Guard evacuate. Ferrus Manus, though, ultimately died. Just died. Fulgrim chopped his head off and presented it to Horus as a fucking present. The shit was fucking terrible, because Ferrus Manus was a cool motherfucker. He was a blacksmith of everybody. He made Lorgar's mace and shit. So after more shit happened. Malcador the Sigillite basically got Layman Russ and basically told him, look, your motherfuckers aren't Chaos, but y'all still use spiritual shit. Make squads and send them to each legion. If a legion even smells like it's going into Chaos, I want your squads to fuck them up. I gotta get that warp stone before anything. Probably gonna go over here, but I'm gonna have to put it into dodging stance as soon as I get there. Poor dude, he fucked up that front flip. Dodge stance is 2. Do I have enough to... Not really. Oh no, it's all the way over here, dumbass. Yeah. I'm just gonna put him into dodge stance. Yeah, Malkador told Layman Russ, set up your squads, send them to different legions. If a legion smells like it's going towards chaos, tell your squads to fuck it up. Rogel Dorn, the Primarch of the Imperial Fist, stayed on Earth to basically fortify everything. Reboot Gilliman was in space at the time, and basically one of the first few things Lorgar did was basically fuck up his system of Ultramar. Ultramar is like 500 planets. What he did to fuck it up was he put a giant fucking warp cloud so nobody can just go. Nobody could go through safely without getting attacked. Jagatai Khan, Lionel Johnson, all those motherfuckers were in Macragge. Jagatai Khan was heading out of Macragge, but Lionel Johnson and Sanguinius and the Blood Angels were heading towards it. That just started a whole war between Reboot Gilliman and Lorgar. It was bad. Like, from what I remember, Reboot and Lorgar. Reboot didn't know Lorgar was evil at this point. They were supposed to meet up to fight a bunch of orcs. When Lorgar got there, he just started attacking Rebute's ships and shit. And Rebute was like, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? We're on the same team. Why are you fucking hitting us and shit? Like, is this a mistake? Is this an accident? Like, yo, call me back, bro." Like he said, left a voicemail like Neo and shit, the singer. And basically, Lorgar told him, "This ain't a fucking accident, bro. I'm fucking up your legion for what y'all did to me and everything. So, no, this is not a fucking accident. I'm going to fuck you up." And Rebute said, "You know what? I was being nice, but now I guess that shit don't mean anything. So now, I'm gonna go to your ship, and I'm gonna fuck you up sideways." And that was just fucking Rebute not giving a fuck at that point. Oh no! My homie! No, we gotta go. Oh. Let's just back up. I'm going to dodge. I need to get her into more disadvantageous. Until it was just all-out war between Lorgar and Rebute. Angron joined up, and that's what turned Angron into a demon. Was Lorgar? Yeah, I'm gonna have to start over. Lorgar's meddling is what turned Angron into a fucking demon, because Angron was apparently dying from like brain tumors and shit. So Lorgar turned him into a demon to help him survive.
A new round has started.
Erebus almost fucking died, which it was just gravy. Basically, Karn the Betrayer, really important figure in Warhammer right now. He's a Chaos Space Marine. Had a homie named Argol Tal. Argol Tal was probably one of the first few that made contact with demons in the warp in a positive manner. They were homies. Argol Tal was betrayed and killed by Erebus. Karn fought Erebus in the fight club, and it was awesome. Like, he put up a chainsaw, like he beat the fuck out of him, and Erebus was on the floor, and Karn was like, "Get up. We're not done. Get up." Erebus got up, tried to swing again at Karn. Karn beat the fuck out of him again, and it was like, "Get up. I told you, we're not done. Get the fuck up." Erebus tried swinging again. Karn fucked him up. This time put his chainsword to his back and was about to rev that bitch. And just Karn, just get up. We're not done here. Get the fuck up. Erebus got up, and right when Karn was about to cut the fucker's head off, Karn just disappeared, and Erebus just disappeared, and Karn was like, "Little bitch." Oh, dude, I got a homie here. Okay. If I don't kill this bitch. Oh, no. Going to dodge. Conrad was torturing Vulcan. Vulcan was able to get away, but Vulcan was all injured the fuck up. So Vulcan crash landed on one of Rabute's planets. Look at that warp stone. This is warp stone. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Objectives updated.
Vulcan landed on one of Rabute's planets. Conrad Kurz showed up to try to get him back. That started a whole war between Conrad and Rabute. Sanguinius was trapped in the same cloud by by Erebus, because Horus wanted Sanguinius dead, because Sanguinius was the coolest motherfucker ever. So if Horus was scared that if Sanguinius survived, hold on, where is the fight going? Oh, it's going this way. Alright. So Horus was scared that if Sanguinius were to survive and the Chaos found out about it, then Chaos would want to go to Sanguinius because he would have been a better leader. So Horus wanted Sanguinius dead. Erebus wanted to turn him to Chaos. It led to Sanguinius. Sanguinius' whole thing is that he's dealing with the fact that his Space Marines are fucked up mentally. They're turning into these things. They're basically succumbing to rage. Crazy ass Angron-sized rage. So a demon told Sanguinius, after so much fighting, a demon told Sanguinius, look, if you sacrifice yourself to Chaos, we'll clean up the bullshit that's going on with the Blood Angels. One of Sanguinius' top apothecaries said, nah, don't do that. Sanguinius, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. And Sanguinius was like, why? He's like, because we need you. The Blood Angels need you, bro. So that apothecary sacrificed himself to become like this being of energy called the Red Angel. And Erebus basically took it onto the ship. Sanguinius was able to get through and basically travel to Macragge, and Sanguinius was like, how's your day, Rabute? And Rabute is like, bro, I don't even want to talk about it right now. Erebus takes the Red Angel back to Horus, and Horus is like, why did you bring that thing here? What is that? And Erebus was like, it's the Red Angel. He's like, what is the Red Angel? He's like, oh, it's a demon that we made out of a Blood Angel. I was like, okay. And Horus was like, okay. Why were you trying to make a demon out of a Blood Angel? He's like, because it was for Sanguinius. And Horus just facepalmed, just, did I not tell you to kill Sanguinius, you stupid motherfucker? And Erebus was like, yeah, but I thought it was a better idea if we corrupted him to Chaos. And Horus was like, dude, the next time you think freely, I will kill you. Just straight up. I will fucking kill you. I don't care if you belong to Lorgar. I don't care if you belong to the Emperor. I don't care if you could gargle Magnus's nuts. If you think freely and go against my orders again, I will fuck you up. And Erebus was basically complaining like, oh, this would have... See, we'd be in a better position if Sanguinius was here leading us and shit. And so fucking Horus just grabbed Erebus's knife and just cut his face off Leatherface style and shit. It was fucking awesome. And so he was like, see, this is what happens when you don't fucking listen to me, you fucking retard. Don't you ever fucking go against me again. That was awesome. Kill that bitch. Don't you ever... come here again. Okay, where? I know there's a homie. Oh, he's over there. Okay. We're on our way, bro. Oh, I am on my way. Where's delay? Confirm delay. Is that slow? If that's slow, that's cool. Ow. Let's dodge stance. So, Rabute was dealing with the whole thing with the fact that he can't see anything outside of the warp cloud. It led to him creating a beacon to sort of get everybody to be like, hey, McCrag is over here, meet up over here. Lionel Johnson and Sanguinius joined up, and Rabute was like, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I can't see. We cannot see from here. We need to create another Imperium. And Lionel Johnson was like, bitch, that sounds like heresy to me. He's like, no, it's not heresy. It's just common fucking sense. If there is no Imperium, if there is no Earth anymore, we are fucked. We need to have something here.
Objectives updated.
And so they set up the Imperium. This shit is loud. They set up Imperium Secundus, which is basically a second Imperium with Sanguinius as the Emperor. Conrad Curse got into it with them. Basically
Objectives
told Sanguinius,
updated.
yeah, the Emperor. God damn. Basically told Sanguinius the Emperor's still alive. Horus hasn't made it to Earth yet. So they're like, okay, cool. So Sanguinius tells Rabute and Lionel Johnson about this shit, and they're like, fuck it, we're going to Earth. I don't give a shit. We're going to Earth. Gotta fuck these bitches up, bro. Fuck you. Ow! Yeah, let's just start this game over. So Rabute, Lionel Johnson, and Sanguinius said, alright, we're heading to Earth. We are heading to Earth. I don't care if we're flying blind. We're heading to Earth. Sanguinius was able to get there and met up with Jagatai Khan and Rogel Dorn, which is where you get some of the best fucking speeches going into the Siege of Terra. Basically saying... Rabute wasn't. Rabute and Lionel Johnson weren't able to get there on time, so they basically sent Sanguinius ahead of them to basically go save the day. By that point, Horus was heading there, like fucking. Horus was heading there like fucking Leroy Jenkins type of shit. So, one of the things that happened was Lorgar attacked Horus and said, why the fuck does Chaos want Horus? I should be leading Chaos. So Horus had to fuck him up, so Lorgar wasn't in the war anymore. So it was just Horus, Mortarion, and Fulgrim, I think. I think Portorabo was there too, but I forgot what happened to Portorabo in the Siege of Terra. So that's where you get some of the cool speeches, though. Rogel Dorn basically told them, look, the enemy is here. I'm not going to give you a speech. The enemy is here. Kill them all. And that's basically what they went for. It was all the Space Marines versus Space Marines. And Horus only had 3 hours to basically try to kill the Emperor. If it didn't work, then he's fucked. Because Rabute and Lionel Johnson were already on the way. So... this is where you get this cool-ass fucking little speech from Rabute. Give me 1 sec. I know I have it. Okay. This is a message Rabute sent to Sanguinius. Sanguinius, what transpires on the surface on the throne world, I cannot say. What matters you have endured, I cannot imagine. All I know for certain is this. I am mere days from the system's edge, and within a solar week I will be in the skies above Terra. With me, I bring the entire might of the 13th Legion, and I am not alone. Word reached me from Russ and the Lion at the vanguard of the 6th and the 1st. Our numbers are enough to cleanse the heavens and tear the world from the arch-traitor's grip. Hold on to hope, brother. That is all I ask. Can you give me that? Can you stand your ground for these last ultimate hours? Those elusive twins, Vicatry and Vengeance, are coming. This war ends the moment I reach Terra. Hold in the name of the Emperor and the Imperium we have built together. I will be with you soon. Awesome fucking shit. Fucking love Rabute Gilliman. I don't care what anybody in 40k tells me. Ultramarines are fucking cool. So, Rabute is hauling ass to try to get to Terra. But he doesn't make it in time, so I have to say. Bitch! Alright. We are here to fuck you up! You will not harm my homies. So, the Siege of Terra had some crazy-ass fights. I think it was like Rogel Dorn versus Porto Rabo. And then it was Jagatai Khan versus Fulgrim. And at this point, Fulgrim was already demon the fuck up. He looked like a Lamia from Final Fantasy IX. All snake body and 4 arms and shit. It's fucking nuts. So, I think Jagatai fought Fulgrim first. And then Jagatai fucked him up. But he was injured. So then Mortarion came up. Mortarion's already demoned up too from what Typhon did. Who should I help? No, they're good. They can handle these bitches. Ooh, and I stunned her. Let's fucking go. And so then Jagatai fought Mortarion. Hold on, let me see if I can find that shit. Jagatai Khan versus Mortarion speech. Or maybe another speech, but... Mortarion and the Khan try to convince one another. This is crazy shit. I fucking love speeches in Warhammer. This shit's awesome. You be hearing some badass shit. Okay. Mortarion smiled behind his mask, making his mottled cheeks crease. I have plenty to tell you, Jagatai. There are opportunities here. The cost of error has never been higher. The rewards beyond imagination. Remember, Mortarion's all nurgled the fuck up, so he doesn't even feel pain during this fight. And Jagatai's whole rumor, the whole thing behind Jagatai Khan, you're probably like, Riku, what the fuck, who the hell cares about this Ghost of Tsushima villain-looking motherfucker? Jagatai Khan loves cars. He loves fast shit. If he wasn't a human, he'd be an orc. That's how badass Jagatai Khan is. Jagatai Khan could be in Mad Max Fury Road and be having the time of his fucking life. Loves that shit. But he's also known for being a badass swordsman, Sephiroth also. The Khan observed him guardedly. Mortarion had always been hard to read. You're here to persuade me, then? He asked. You think, after all this, there are any more arguments to be made? Mortarion reached up with his left hand and pushed his cowl back. A pallid gray scalp was revealed, though it still bore the noble countenance of the Gene Brotherhood. Deep bags nested under his sharp eyes, and wisps of gas rose up from the collar about his neck. Listen, he said. Just listen. You might learn something. Even you, my proud brother, can still be tutored. The Khan left his blade unsheathed, holding it loosely by his side. Mortarion's power seemed to have grown. Something burned in him, dark like old embers. His flesh was somehow bleaker, his stance a little more crabbed, and yet the aura of intimidation around him had been augmented. Black on Ulanor, even at the height of triumph, he had not had quite the same heft. The Khan recalled his brother's words. What would the wager be on us, brother? What would you pay if we fought? No, my bad. What would be the wager on us, brother? What would you pay if we fought? Say what you came to say, said the Khan. Mortarion bowed half mockingly. I have traveled a long way to find you, he rasped. And now look around. We have all the time in the universe. All we have left to disturb us are the dead, and they do not stir. He smiled again, as mirthless and dry as before. Yet. Sorry. My fucking headphones are dying, so I gotta jury rig some shit real quick. Give me a second. Eek. Hello? 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 Oh, make sure my fucking mic works and shit. Yeah, we're groovy. So then, some fighting happened. You were not meant to be here, said Mortarion. You were meant to join the Alpha Legion at Alaxis. The Khan nodded, or return to Terra. We did not wish that. Why would we? No. Who says... God damn, people separated this shit weird. The Khan nodded, or return to Terra. We did not wish that. Why would we? The Alpha Legion held us at Chondax. They wanted us... Oh, okay. The Khan nodded, or returned to Terra.
We did not wish that. Why would we?
The Alpha Legion held us at Chondax. They wanted us to hear from Dorn. Mortarion raised a hairless eyebrow.
Indeed. You surprise me, but perhaps you shouldn't. It seems that Alpharius is never wholly of one mind.
He chuckled darkly.
He plays a dangerous game. His own intrigues will throttle him.
So why you? Asked the Khan.
Why not me, brother?
I assumed it would be Horus.
Vanity. He has many things to keep him busy.
The Khan's eyes narrowed. Mortarion did not seem too sure of himself. For all the show, all the projected force, he was on shaky ground. Horus didn't send you, did he?
That means nothing.
It means everything, said the Khan, studying his brother's reaction. Magnus told me how the war stands. Some souls are still to be decided on. There were always those of us on the edge. I was one. You were another. Mortarion snorted.
My legion was at Istvan, so put aside any thoughts that we are not committed. The outcome is already determined, and your choice is simple. Preservation or destruction. Come, Jagatai. You've never even believed in unity. You saw through it even when Gilliman was lecturing us all to tears, back when there were still Xenos standing between our father and the galaxy's edge.
Then tell me the alternative.
A galaxy of warriors, said Mortarion. A galaxy of hunters where the strong are given their freedom. A galaxy in which there's no dead hand at the tiller, constraining us, lying to us.
And all this led by Horus. Mortarion shrugged.
He's the start. He's the champion, the sacrificial king. He may burn himself out to get Terra. He may not. Either way, there will be room for others to rise.
Mortarion drew closer, and the Khan smelt the chemical tang of his armor.
You should never have thrown your lot in with the angel,
Sanguinius.
Brother, let alone Magnus. I hated to see it. The three of you getting dragged in deeper. I always thought you'd break away, see through it, get tired of the hypocrisy.
They were never hypocrites.
No, Mortarion exhaled a parched laugh. I hoped you'd have understand them sooner. It's the warp, Jagatai. Our father tried to pretend it wasn't there, as if he weren't already up to his elbows in its soul-sucking filth. It should have been cordoned off, put away, forgotten. It's not for us. It's a sickness, a blight.
Mortarion became agitated. Oh, fuck. Am I reading this right? Damn. Mortarion became agitated. He calmed down slowly, wheezing through his gas-shrouded mask. The Khan heard a faint hiss and guessed at what kind of suppressants had been shunted into his bloodstream. I see what has happened, he said quietly. Mortarion cocked his head. Oh. You're always sincere, I'll give you that, said the Khan. You never hid what you wanted. I can guess how you thought it would go. First, hobble the sorcerers, silence the witches, drive them out, and rule passes to the uncorrupted, the healthy. That was your great project. You even told me of it that day on Eleanor. I thought back then that they were just empty threats, but I should have known. You don't make empty threats. As the Khan spoke, Mortarion's mask-locked expression remained inscrutable. Every so often his eyes would go filmy or his fingers would twitch. There was a kind of febrile energy about him, spilling out of the cracks just as the noxious fumes did. But it has gone... Oh, fuck. But it's gone wrong, hasn't it? The Khan went on. You've completed your great mission, but there are more sorcerers than ever. Horus has sponsored them. Lorgar has shown them new tricks. If Magnus has not already made up his mind, then he soon will. And then you'll be surrounded. You've destroyed the Librarius only to find the witches are now untrammeled. They played you well. You've done their work for them, and soon you'll be dragged into it yourself, as warp-sick as they are. You think that... I see it perfectly. Magnus showed me your legion may be free of it for now, but the change will come. You made your pacts, and now they will come to collect, you fool. Mortarion stiffened. His eyes blazed with anger for a second, quickly quelled. You do not. And that is why you came to find me, said the Khan. You've run out of friends. Who'll stand with you against the Aether Wavers now? Angron? What an ally. Curse? Good luck. The Khan gazed at Mortarion disdainfully. You've tasted the fruits of treachery and found them bitter. Don't drag me into your ruin. You're on your own, brother. Mortarion's expression fractured behind the mask, shifting into an enraged snarl, disfiguring rapidly. Silence quivered, and he took a half step forward, his free fist clenching. The reason why Jogatine is saying all this shit, Mortarion does not like psychers. He does not like psychers. When the whole thing with the anti-psycher bullshit happened, he killed his own psychers. Here's the funny part though. Now, if you say, yo, Kevin, let me get into fucking 40k, you're talking good shit, and then you type in, let me look into the Death Guard and shit, oh, let me look into Psyker powers, damn, Psyker powers are cool, let me check out the Death Guard, looks like they're anti-Psyker power. No, bull fucking shit, they have Psykers. Mortarion is a fucking Psyker now. That's why Jagatai is saying this shit. Cause like, bitch, you've been against anti-Psykers, and now you're a Psyker. Bullshit. You're a Psyker, motherfucker! Congratulations! Mortarion's expression fractured behind the mask, shifting into an enraged snarl, disfiguring rapidly. Silence quivered and he took a half step forward, his free fist clenching. I came to give you a choice, Mortarion said, keeping his voice under control with some difficulty. Half your legion already declared for Horus. The others will follow wherever you order them. Our father's time is over, and you can be a part of the order that replaces him. The Khan smiled, a cold smile, imperious in its contempt. A new emperor. Mortarion glared back at him, though he could not hide the doubt. Why not? Why should it not be you? The Khan nodded, finally understanding. Or you? Why not indeed? He drew closer, noticing for the first time the discoloration of the skin around the edge of his brother's rebreather. How long had he worn it? I'll tell you why. Because we were never the empire builders. We were the outriders. You chaffed at it. I embraced it. Mortarion began to back away. As he did so, silence crackled into life, sparking with green-tinged energy. The Death Shroud lowered their sides in a combat posture. Then you will not be persuaded, said Mortarion, his filtered voice sunken into a surly growl. A shame. I invested much energy to save you, brother. I shall take no pleasure in your destruction. Mortarion hates... sorry, that was the end of it, at your destruction. But this was a Reddit thing. What people like to do on 40k lore is, like, they'll put excerpts from the books, like, things that they thought was badass, and this was one of them. But this person also mentions, Mortarion hates the warp with the force of 10,000 Nurglite farts. Ironic how things ended up for him. Also noteworthy is the suggestion that the actions of the Alpha Legion was the reason why the White Scars got the recall order to return to Terra. What he means by that is that nobody knows what the fuck is going on with Alfarius. Alfarius is the Primarch of the Alpha Legion. Ha 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 ha. But nobody knows what's going on with him. Sometimes he's loyalist, sometimes he's traitor. Nobody has any fucking idea because he's just so fucking weird. It's Alfarius Omegon that are supposed to be two Primarchs belonging to the same shit, but because it's the Alpha Legion and their thing is Hydras, you kill one, two will replace it. You missed, bitch. Oof. Oof. I can stack poison? That's hilarious. Oh no! Skarn!
Objectives updated.
Kill this bitch! Give me her blood! Oh, fuck, that's not what I wanted. Whoops.
A new round has started.
So, that was the Siege of Terra. And that shit happening in the Siege of Terra. Sanguinius, on the other hand, Sanguinius was fighting hard. the demon that made the deal with him back in Ultramar, McCrab, to, you know, sacrifice himself. He fought that motherfucker, but he was still injured. He injured himself fighting that piece of shit. Then I think he fought Fulgrim, and Fulgrim skedaddled the fuck out of there. And so then, no, he fought Angron. He fought Angron and won using psychic powers. Then fought the demon. Then, oh fuck, I gotta excerpt this shit too. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sanguinius speech to Kabanda. It wasn't Fear to Tread. No, it was more recent. Ah, there it is. It was The Lost and the Damned. Come on. I'm trying to find what Sanguinius said, because this fight with Kabanda, the demon, was fucking amazing. Sanguinius fucked him up royally, but then Kabanda, like, fucked him up a little bit too. And, Sanguinius ripped off his fucking wing. Now, demons in 40k are weird. Their wings have biceps. It is weird to fucking look at. But Sanguinius said some really badass shit. Hold on. To this demon before he killed him. Is it this? Blood angels, my lord. Fight me. Sanguinius. No, it wasn't that. Oh no. Okay, so Sanguinius fought Angron and Kabanda the demon. Rogel Dorn fought Fulgrim. Yeah. I'm trying to find it. Ah, there it is. Okay, this is gonna be my last excerpt, and then I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna play this shit off stream because this shit is awesome. But 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Context: Sanguinius, after being sent into a kind of psychic coma, is awakened by his former librarian son Kano in the time to fight Kabanda. He glows and is much stronger than before, thus the Super Saiyan joke in the title. Then he utters one of the greatest lines in 40k.
A tide of wretched misery swept over Kano, so great that it robbed him of his breath. I have failed my legion, my kinsman, my Primarch. He closed his eyes to the shame of it. You have not. Kano jerked, eyes snapping open as if bolting awake from the deepest sleep. Let me fuck this bitch up. Bitch. Don't you ever touch my homies. Kano jerked, eyes snapping open as if bolting awake from the deepest sleep. Despite the chill and the falter of the air, despite the bleak radiance of the Cygnus-y stars bleeding through the sickly sky, there was bright amber and shining white before him. A towering figure, a mythic form carved by light and forged from gold and crimson. Sanguinius stood over him, the angel's expression that of a father, filled with all the conflicting emotions his soul could contain. Pride and sorrow, dread and elation, these and 100 more. My lord, Kano whispered, afraid to believe it. He reached out to touch the Primarch's arm. This was no vision. His fingers met sun-warmed ceramite. For a moment, the greatest sadness weighed the angel's patrician face. You gave much to bring me back, my son. You paid a high cost. We did what we thought was right. He raised a hand to silence him. We'll speak of that, but not now, he frowned. Where are your brothers, Kano? The legionary raised a wary hand and pointed towards the Cathedral of the Mark. Sanguinius nodded gravely, his amber eyes surveying the wreckage around them with dismay. Look at what has been brought here, set in motion by lies. He stumbled back on his injured legs, his powerful wings unfurling to the fullest extent. I swear to you, it will go no further. And if you need like a picture of how Sanguinius looks, think of the Bible and an angel wearing knight's armor made out of gold, and you got Sanguinius. Kano's liege lord spared him a look, briefly placing a hand on his shoulder. Your battle today has been fought and won. Now I will end this. With a storm roar, the angel vaulted into the sky, drawing his great crimson sword as he rose. Polluted clouds broke, scattering away from him as if in fear, and the Primarch became a streak of golden fire, falling towards the Temple of Bones like a blazing comet. A single feather, pure and dazzling white, settled slowly to the deck at Kano's feet. Glassy matter and bone frames exploded into millions of fragments, the circular mandala window destroyed by the force of the angel's arrival. Sanguinius landed with a thunderous roar at his back, his wings rising in shimmering arches of white, the shine of his battle armor as dazzling as the light of daybreak. A pure force of will radiated from him, magnificent and unending. The Primarch was at that moment the very antithesis of the shroud of hate and horror that had taken root on Cygnus Prime. It was as if the universe itself had decided to express its disgust at these demon things through his martial fury. Sanguinius rose like a golden storm, vengeance incarnate, the righteous power of a brother betrayed and a father wronged crackling at his fingertips. Lightning swift, he surged forward, the length of his crimson-bladed greatsword lifting to cut the ashen dust. He did not turn to lay his gaze upon the goat-headed Kyrus, not even for an instant. Yet Sanguinius' sword left his hand with a flick of his forearm, and it sang as it sliced through the air towards the pink-skinned demon. The tip of the blade pierced Kyrus' muscular gut with such force that it ran through, slamming the beast back into the walls of the bone temple. The creature released a high-pitched, ululating scream as it struggled in place, pinned there by the full length of the sword like an insect of curious nature captured for study. This was done, on fleet foot in the blink of an eye. The bloodthirster was already turning towards the angel, Kabanda. Its execution of Captain Raldoron forgotten in the face of this new attack. Axe and lash flexed in brawny clawed hands as it squared up to meet him. Sanguinius crossed the yellow tessellate of the chamber floor, the cheers of his noble sons echoing. Blood letters banged for murder rushed to meet him, hellblades red as hate rebounding off his armor. The Primarch gave them little heed, smashing them aside or crushing them into the ground with heavy swinging blows from his mailed fists. Kabanda spat and threw the arc of his whip out in a downward stroke. Sanguinius did not falter in his approach, his left wing snapping forward to cloak his face, meeting the barbed tip of the lash, blood jetting where the hook bit deep. He hissed in pain but shrugged off the assault, closing to point-blank distance, reaching for his foe. The demon was ready for him, and the bloodthirster's outer arm fell with the axe set to cleave the angel's skull in two. Sanguinius's hands came together in a strident crash of sound, catching the blade between them. For a brief moment, the two titans struggled against each other, eyes locked, muscles bunching. You came... Yeah, I need to figure that out.
You came back,
grated the demon. My sons found me.
That changes nothing, little angel.
The axe trembled, shifting back and forth. One mistake and the blade would fall. Across the chamber, the impaled Kyrus bellowed over the sound of the angel's legionaries in battle with its foot soldiers. Kill him! Kabanda's tongue flicked.
Your precious legion will be destroyed, Sanguinius. You cannot stop it. Even now your chosen are caught in the depths of a killing rage they cannot escape. It is too late. The poison is in them. You know that as well as I.
Perhaps. No. Perhaps, hissed Sanguinius. But they will not fall today, and I will not permit it. He bared his fangs in a snarl. This ends now, demon. With a wordless shout, the angel twisted his arms, his hands tearing at the strange, grisly material of the axe head. A sickening crack broke about the room like the snapping of a spine, and Kabanda's weapon shattered across its length, scattering pieces of shrapnel. Before the creature could react, Sanguinius grasped one of the bloodthirster's curved horns and jerked it forwards with all his might. The Primarch brought up his fist to meet the beast's snout and landed a flurry of quick blows from the knuckles of his gauntlet before Kabanda shoved them away. Spitting out gobs of black fuming blood and broken teeth, the demon growled,
Look at you. Where's the noble angel now, abhuman? Better the sweet blood to smother you.
Kabanda's arm swung back, the brass cords of its whip scraping across the bone floor, flicking up into the air for another lethal blow as powerful as the one that had struck down the angel upon the plains of the damned. Sanguinius reacted faster than the eye could follow. He flashed into the air, wings crackling, and caught the razor tips of the whip before they could reach him. The cords burned where they touched the ceramite, pennants of vapor issuing from between his armored fingers. The Primarch dove at the bloodthirster, dragging the lash down with him, and before the creature could react, he pulled the whip into a loop across the howling monster's throat. Angel and demon collided, crashing to the floor. Kabanda released its grips on the lash, but it was too late. The brass cables pulled tight. Sanguinius gave the whip a violent tug, and the bloodthirster's howls became strangled, frenzied barks. The beast tried to break free. Swatting at the Primarch, gasping for air. Its bat-like wings unfurled, the talons at their tips scratching gouges in Sanguinius' armor. With cold and lethal precision, the Primarch arrested the wild, beating motion of one of the freakish wings with his free hand. Only angels may fly, he said darkly, tearing out the black pinion. The sound was like the splitting of a great sackcloth sail, and the demon Kabanda screamed loud enough to shake the walls. Warp fire gushed from the stump of the wing, and it shuddered in agony, a sensation it had only known previously from the cries of its enemies. With the whip still coiled about its neck, the angel dragged the spitting, wounded fiend to the lip of the pit in the middle of the chamber, then lifted it up so he could look it in the face. The demon cackled through its pain, convulsing as it tried to shake free.
I will take your skull yet!
I should have made him sound like Randy Savage. The Primarch's eyes flashed with a powerful hatred. If you truly do hail from the realm that men once called hell, he intoned, when you return there, tell your kindred it was Sanguinius who threw you back. With a grunt of effort, the angel took hold of the beast and shoved it over the spiked edge. Kabanda's curses echoed all the way down before it finally vanished, shrieking into the warp flames. I don't care how he looks like, dude. Fucking Sanguinius is one badass motherfucker. To the point that I want to make Blood Angels soon. Like, fuck! Love Sanguinius, man. But then, after that fight, the fight had gone way longer than it should have in the first place. Oh, really? Who's got more health? Never mind. The less people I have out here, the better. So, after that fight, Horus realized this fight's going way too fucking long. Rabute's about to fucking get here. And once Rabute gets here, we are fucked. So he made a Hail Mary play. He basically said, alright, the only thing keeping the Emperor from coming in here is our Geller fields. Turn them off. Turn off the Geller fields. The Emperor will see that shit, and he'll come here. He turned them off, and the Emperor was like, he turned off his fucking Geller shields. And Malkador was there too, like, what are you gonna do? And the Emperor told him, you gotta sit on the chair right now. You gotta sit here. It's gonna kill you, but you gotta sit on this, dude. There's no other fucking way. Malkador said, fuck it, bro. You my homie, you my brother. I'ma sit on this bitch. Malkador sat in the chair. But the Emperor didn't get there first. Sanguinius got there first. Sanguinius went inside Horus's ship and basically put out a box message saying, to my blood angels and anyone else nearby, converge on my location. And basically went to go fight Horus. And the shit sucked, man. Sanguinius was injured like crazy already. Enough as it is after a fight with Kabanda and then the fight with Angron. So Sanguinius Sanguinius and Horus fought. What makes this such a giant fucking big deal is that it was like Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting, you know what I mean? Because Sanguinius loved Horus, and Horus loved Sanguinius. That was his brother, man. That was more brother than anyone else of the fucking Legion Primarchs. Kill this bitch. Fuck your parry. Surrounded, bitch. But, so Horus and Sanguinius fought. That book isn't out yet, so... Oh, waiting for opponent, my bad.
A new round has started.
Horus ended up killing Sanguinius in that fight, which sucks because oh, it actually makes it funny. So once again, Sanguinius's blood angels are suffering from this thing called the Black Rage and the Red Thirst, which turns them into rage vampires. At this point, it was outside of the Vengeful Spirit, Horus's ship. The fight was neck and neck between the Blood Angels and the Chaos Space Marines that were left. So once Horus, it was sad, dude, because Horus choked out Sanguinius. He wanted to kill him in the most painful way possible, and he choked him to death. So because of Sanguinius's death, the Blood Angels went fucking ape shit. And the fight outside the ship that was going neck and neck suddenly turned into the favor of the Blood Angels, because what makes it so fucking crazy is not only did they know that their Primarch had died, they had experienced that death. It was as if they themselves were experiencing that shit. It's as if they were getting choked out by Horus, but they weren't. They could feel the pain and the anguish inside Sanguinius as he died, and that just set them off on a fucking rage to the point that fight suddenly wasn't even a fight anymore. It was a fucking landslide victory for the Blood Angels. They fucked them up royal. So the Emperor showed up on Horus's ship and they fought. And the Emperor couldn't kill him. I mentioned this before. The Emperor couldn't kill his son because that was his son. That was the closest thing the Emperor had to an actual fucking son. How dare you dodge me? The rat god will... You will pay for this. You stupid bitch.
I need to loot the warp stone that dude had.
Objectives updated.
We can't carry anything else. Can I deposit? Can I? I'm gonna go check if I can. It sounds dumb, but I'm gonna go check if I can. I don't think a bitch is gonna show up out of nowhere, so. Where's this bitch at? I'll take it. I know one of these bitches has to have a warp stone. Oh, fuck.
Objectives updated.
I'm gonna see if I can get depositing this whole fucking thing. Fuck it, trigger it. Oh, what? Didn't. Okay. I'll take it. This is ours, right? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, the Emperor couldn't kill Horus because he didn't want to. That was still his son. It's just he was corrupted.
A new round has started.
I want to make sure we have everything before we head in to kill this bitch. Am I going the right way? No, I am not. This is a very fun game. I totally recommend it if you're into the strategy shit. But he couldn't kill him. And it was a tough fight for the Emperor. The reason why is because at this point, remember the fight between Lorgar and Horus? That was a fight for supremacy between Horus and Lorgar. So once Horus won that shit, his power just fucking skyrocketed. So Horus was almost as powerful as the Emperor. But the deciding factor, Horus fucked up the Emperor pretty damn bad. Like, really damn bad.
Objectives updated.
So, the Emperor was basically, like, on his last legs at this point. When a lone, retired guardsman... Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, how do I... Yeah, man. Awesome. And then we will... Alright. So a lone retired guardsman, a perpetual guardsman, this was like his last life or whatever. He, no. What's praying? What do you pray for? Huh. Okay. But yeah, a lone guardsman. He was a perpetual, but this was like his last life, I think. I don't even know if he was a perpetual. He was just really smart, but... A lone guardsman, regular human, retired old man, maybe in his 50s, looks like his 50s, came in with a las rifle. Las rifles don't do shit to Space Marines, so imagine what it does to a Primarch. Nothing. Came in and shot at Horus right as he was about to kill the Emperor. This dude's name was Ole Pearson.
and he shot at Horus. No fear. Just said, bah, 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 bah. And Horus was like, bitch, are you for real? And all was like, yeah, bitch, do something about it. Horus stabbed the poor guy, and that's when the Emperor said, alright. This is not my son anymore. So the Emperor got up, fucked up Horus royally, and Chaos realized, alright, this motherfucker ain't gonna win. And just took all of their power back.
A new round has started.
By that point, Horus was Horus again, but it was too late, man. Horus snapped out of it, realized all the fucked up shit he did, and he was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And the Emperor said, I know. And killed him. And he just killed him. But not only did he kill him, he used his psychic power to erase Horus from fucking existence. So, like, remember when I told y'all the warp works in a weird way where it's like, it's where all the souls go, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing, that's how demons come up and shit. Horus no longer had a soul. He was killed and emptied like a fucking carton of milk that you spilled by accident. All that's left is Horus's fucking corpse. With nothing. So, Rogol Dorin came in with a few others. Rabute got there, and they grabbed the Emperor, and the Emperor was like, put me on the chair, now. And they grabbed Sanguinius' body too, sadly. And he was already dead. Malcador was already dying from being in the chair too long, and the Emperor told him, as he died, Malcador was like, did we win? And Emperor was like, we won, buddy. We did it. But not only did we do it, you did it. We won because you won this for us. And Malcador was like, awesome. And he just died and turned into ashes. So they ended up turning the Emperor's throne into a life support system. So the Emperor's basically, I wouldn't say being kept alive, but being kept in a sort of consciousness. But he can't talk anymore. He's just there, sitting there, to this day in 40K. It's fucking crazy. The Chaos Space Marines and Primarchs left, and that was basically the Horus Heresy. As for the other
A new
Primarchs,
round has started.
For the traitors, Mortarion went back to Nurgle. Magnus said, fuck y'all can suck my dick, I'm not part of this shit. Lorgar went off to read children's books, while Erebus and Lorgar's first chapter master are having dick measuring contests while they dock each other in the background. Trying to remember who else. Portal Rabo is in the warp, just fucking around, but nobody cares about Portal Rabo. Angeron is in the warp, fucking around. Everybody cares about Angeron. Conrad Kurz was assassinated after all the bullshit. Because Conrad Kurz always had a vision of him dying. So, during the Horus Heresy, during the war between Conrad versus Rabute, Lionel Johnson, and Sanguinius, they launched his ass into space into a coffin he couldn't get out of. Eventually his dudes found him, but he was already fucked up 100% from being in there for 1,000 years. 1,000 fucking years, imagine that. So Mortarion was assassinated because he was already too weak for this shit. 1 second. So, the big thing that happened my favorite thing that happened shortly after the Horus Heresy ended was what happened with Rylanor. Now, if you remember from earlier, Rylanor was the dreadnought of the Emperor's children. He was the keeper of rights. And he was still alive on Istvan 3. What happened was Magnus got 2 of his dudes to head over to Istvan 3 because there was a psychic signal being sent there. So they said, you know, Magnus told them, yo, go over there, find out what's going on. It could be something we could use, you never know. So these 2 dudes went there and found Rylanor. Now remember, Rylanor is just a dreadnought. He's been there since Istvan 3, and this is the end of the Horus Heresy already. So the Thousand Sons show up, and Rylanor is like, oh shit, the fuck are you guys? Did Magnus send you? And the Thousand Sons like, yeah, dude, what the? Are you an Emperor's children? And he's like, yeah, man, like, I'm kind of stuck here, but I sent out that signal. Are you guys okay now, or is Magnus still being hunted? And they're like, oh shit, Rylanor doesn't know shit about us. Fuck it, play along. And they're like, okay, so why did you send out that psychic signal, dude? He's like, and he was like, I sent it because I got something to do here. And they're like, what do you have to do? He's like, I'm hunting somebody. And then they're like, who are you hunting? And behind them they heard, he's hunting me. And it's Fulgrim all lamia'd up and shit. Like, I'll read this excerpt. From The Ancient Awaits, Ancient Rylanor's Last Stand.
Is this it?
He said.
You sought to draw me here to kill me.
Rylanor triggered his assault cannon, but fast as Quicksilver, Fulgrim caught it and crushed it before it could fire.
No, I don't think so,
said the Primarch, effortlessly ripping the arm from the Dreadnought's body. Sparks flew from this ruptured limb, and Fulgrim gave the weapon a dismissive glance before tossing it aside.
E-
I'm gonna try to be Android 16, sorry.
You betrayed us.
Bellowed Rylanor.
Your sons. You led us here to die. There is no forgiveness for that. None. None. You must die by my hand. The Emperor's justice will fall upon you. Not even Fulgrim the Illuminator can escape the Life Eater.
Because, the Rylanor was holding a virus bomb that he had actually contained. And he was just waiting, like, itching to trigger the bitch.
You wish me dead,
he said, scathing pity dripping from every syllable.
Why? Because you think I betrayed you, the Legion? Oh, Rylanor, your thoughts are so narrow. If you could only see us now, how beautiful we have become. We shine so brightly, each of us a brilliant sun.
Fulgrim reached down, sliding his bare hand inside a rent torn in the Dreadnought's armor. He smiled, closing his eyes and letting his tongue slip across his lips as he pushed deeper inside.
Ah, there you are,
said Fulgrim as Rylanor's Voxcaster grated in fury.
Wet and wriggling, I can feel your panic. It's delicious.
Rylanor's power fist swung around, bathed in fire. It struck Fulgrim on the shoulder, but Akhtar, one of the Thousand Sons, psychic force was not simply confined to the Life Eater's detonation. Fulgrim laughed off the sluggish attack, and one of his lower arms drew a glittering sword of alien origin. The blade sliced in a cruelly precise arc, cutting through the fiber-bundled motivators and servos. Rylanor's arm fell limp at his side. Vistario, another one of the Thousand Sons, watched the viral fires spread over the Dreadnought's carapace. Slipping inside his buckled plates of armor, Rylanor did not care whether he lived or died, only that Fulgrim went with him.
Do not do this,
barked the Dreadnought.
Why not? I am your master. I can do whatever I like. I can crush you, or I can raise you up. Return to the Legion. Accept the gifts of the Dark Prince, and you will walk at my side, clad once again in flesh. You can be anything, old friend. I will sculpt you into something beautiful, a god to these mortals.
Never. Oh, maybe I should make him sound like RoboCop. Never. All we have left between us is that we will die together, roared the Dreadnought, the upper portion of his carapace burning with blue flames. I am Rylanor of the Emperor's children, ancient of rights, venerable of the Palatine host, and proud servant of the Emperor of mankind. Beloved by all, I reject you, now and always. Fulgrim laughed and said,
I'm sorry. Did it sound like I was offering you a choice?
The Primarch wrenched his hand from Rylanor's sarcophagus, dragging a sopping mass of fluid and matter with them. Glutinous ropes dripped from his fingers. He was like a midwife holding a mewling newborn. Ruptured cables spilled amniotic fluid so stagnant it must surely have been poisoning Rylanor with every passing second.
I will remake you, brother, said Fulgrim. You will be my crowning achievement.
Though his body was little more than rags of wet meat, Vistario sensed Rylanor's horror at the last violation, an inescapable destiny where he would become what he hated most. What do we do? The question was Murshid's, and the connection between the Thousand Suns was so strong that Athenian's perception for emotion spread to all three of them. Oh, it's three of them. Vistario felt Fulgrim's infinite malice, his cruel enjoyment of Rylanor's anguish, and the helplessness of the Thousand Suns. The Primarch of the Emperor's children reveled in his overwhelming pride, a trait Magnus had more than once told Vistario had been present long before his fall. But more than anything, stronger even than Fulgrim's spite, Vistario felt Rylanor's pride and honor, the unbending core of greatness that had set him against his brothers and had seen him descend into obsessive madness beneath the surface of a dead world. Vistario took the measure of Fulgrim, seeing nothing worthy in him. His warriors felt the moment his decision was made. Primarch Fulgrim, said Vistario, Rylanor deserves better than you. The Primarch looked up, his once bright eyes now black and filled with the darkest poison. He deserves better than all of us. He raised his bolter and fired a mass reactive into the back of Akhtar's skull. The Raptora's head exploded, and with his death, the psychic force holding back the warhead's detonation ended. Vistario saw fire, and once more, all life burned. Fucking awesome. But the whole point of that was that, that shit... So, at this point, when this happens, this is, like I said, this is the end of the Horus Heresy. The Siege of Terra is over. Everybody's just trying to recuperate. Fulgrim, at this point, is a Demon Primarch for Slaanesh. So he's all demoned the fuck up at this point. That explosion did kill Fulgrim, but because Fulgrim and, demons, because Fulgrim is a demon, technically, at this point, he can't die forever. He'll just regenerate in another point in the warp, and it'll be like nothing happened, for the most part. Because of that, what happened with Rylanor,
objectives updated.
Basically, Fulgrim became a fucking Horcrux from Harry Potter. His soul was fucking tore apart because of that shit. Because Rylanor got the fucking best of him. It was awesome, dude. But that's the entirety of the Horus Heresy. That led to a lot of the things that we have now. You don't really have Space Marine versus Space Marine wars anymore. If you do, it's Space Marine versus Chaos Space Marine wars. Some people do prefer the Space Marine versus Space Marine type of battle. I'm not saying you can't have fucking... Ow. Why didn't the Horned Rat save me? I'm not saying you can't have Space Marine versus Space Marine battle. I have my Ultramarines. I'll fight your White Scars. I don't give a shit.
Objectives updated.
I'm not saying you can't have fights like that, but that was kind of all it was, really. It was Space Marine versus Space Marine battle. That's a lot of people prefer it that way. So I didn't find out they made more of these until just recently. But there's a Horus Heresy box out there. Like, you could buy that shit. But it's like $300, and, you know, people don't fucking got $300 like that. Fuck is wrong with people? Oh, fuck.
Objectives updated.
So, it was cool, man. You could buy the Horus Heresy box. It costs like $300, or it might have gone down because, I mean, it's the fucking Horus Heresy. But, like I said, it's $300, and you get 2 legions. Oh, now this bitch comes out. Jesus. I should have backed off. Fuck it. Surround this bitch.
A new round has started.
Wait, where's she? All the way over there, because I'm a fucking idiot. Let me grab those points. How much is delay? Just 1 point. But the Horus Heresy box, what it comes with is oh no, she still gets her last turn one way or another. Going to dodge. It comes with 2 complete armies. It just doesn't come with dreadnoughts. Or I think it does. But they're full armies. You don't have to buy extras. The only thing I would tell you, like, hey, if you're doing this, buy this, are conversion kits. Because what it is it's the Space Marines. It's a full... God damn it. It's 2 full armies of Space Marines. And they're both blank. You can make them look however you want. The problem is, certain Space Marine legions have certain specific looks to them. For example, the Death Guard, their masks are very different compared to the Horus Heresy box, what it has already. The Horus Heresy box, what it has is, it has the old school 30k Space Marines that had, like, beaks and shit. But Mortarion's Death Guard, they had, like, bigger gas, they had, like, actual gas masks on their helmets, but there's already gas masks, whatever. But, or, let's say you want to make Raven Guard. The Raven Guard are known for being flyers and shit, so you would have to buy Raptor conversion kits. But it's shit like that, man. It's cool. It's a cool little box. It is a really cool little box. But yeah, that's the entire Horus Heresy, and that's... Horus Heresy is over. There's no way Horus is coming back. There was a moment where he did, but it was short-lived. Basically what happened there, after the Horus Heresy ended, Abaddon basically escaped with everybody else, and basically they left into the warp onto a demon planet because they had nowhere else to go. They were being hunted 24/7 by Rabute and the others, because Rabute did the fucking Scouring Crusade, where basically he was just looking for Chaos Space Marines and nothing else. So he would go to demon planets to fuck them up royal. So they had to go to the warp. In the warp, though, it was just nothing but infighting. That was all it was. And Abaddon was like, this is fucking stupid. This is really fucking stupid. I hate this. Fucking Horus should have just... We should all just died on Terra. This is just... I did not sign up for this crap. I really didn't. So Abaddon basically left for 1,000 years to go on demon planets and try to just
A new round has started.
Try to understand chaos the way Horus and the others do. So for 1,000 years, he was just gone. until like after 1,000 years. Eventually, one of the sons of Horus, because remember it was the sons of Horus. That was the Legion. One of the sons of Horus talked to a World Eater, and he was like, "Hey, bro, have you seen Abaddon lately?" I was like, "No." And before you're like, "Damn, Kevin, it was 1,000 years before you noticed." The warp is weird. All right, the warp is weird. Time is weird. It's like reverse hyperbolic time chamber up in that bitch. But I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Oh no! My boy! You bitch! In the name of the four-horned rat god, I will kill you! And so, one of the sons of Horus talked to a World Eater, Chaos Space Marine. He was like, "Bro, have you seen Abaddon anywhere?" And he's like, "Hell no, bro. What the fuck?" Now that you mention it, yeah, it's actually weird. I haven't seen him anywhere. So, hell yeah, we won that bitch. But at what cost? The World Eater was like, "No, dude, we haven't seen Abaddon
Brave,
anywhere."
bold warband is sneaky strong. Fetch find much wordstone. Filch will speak to Murder Lord. Tell him much. Warband climb sneak high far.
So, those two, the World Eater and the Sons of Horus guy, basically went to a word bearer, one of Lorgar's assholes, and they're like, "Yo, can you help us find Abaddon? I mean, we ain't got nobody to lead us."
Completed.
Task completed. Damn, he's got permanent injuries. It's gonna take 3 days. Mission. Cool. What about you? Okay. Full recovery. He's good. Good for you. Experience. Yeah, man. Healing treatment. Cool. Cool. 7 gold crowns and a longbow. Awesome. Possum. So they went on to look for Abaddon when eventually they found him, and they're like, "Yo, Abaddon, where have you been, dog?" And he's like, "I'm trying to understand chaos. I'm trying to unite everybody." And so they're like, "So what did you learn?" And they're like, "We're not as stupid as we look. We're really not. I believe we could do some awesome, crazy shit if we just unite. I mean, look at you guys. A Word Bearer, a World Eater, and a Sons of Horus. What if we just unite? I mean, the other Primarchs, if they want to stay separate, that's their shit. But if y'all want to join up, I'll do it. I'll be your Demon Primarch. I don't give a fuck." And so Abaddon took over that section. Angron still has his, all the others still have their bullshit, but that unified chaos can either go to Abaddon or Lorgar. Lorgar's too busy writing children's books, though, so he doesn't give a fuck, but Abaddon has the Black Legion. Eventually, Fabius Bile, a doctor for the Emperor's children, basically created a Horus clone, and Abaddon confronted it. And so, how do I murder Wilson? What? Secondary faction. Oh, wait, what? So, what? I don't understand. How do I have 10 days? Is this how much they're looking for? Murder Lord Sneaky. Primary faction, secondary faction. Oh, okay, so this shit is just like extra, but this is the main one. So, damn, I have to have it complete, or else it ain't worth shit. Damn, that is cool.
I'll pay for your treatment, man. Wait, I have to pay them on the regular? I have to pay them on the regular. Wow. This is some crazy shit. This is weird. This is really weird. I guess I'll have some reserve. I'm saving my shit. I have to save my shit. So, yeah, they made a Horus clone. That Horus clone went nuts on a lot of the Chaos Space Marines until Abaddon said, enough. Horus looked at him and he was like, oh shit, Abaddon. And Abaddon said, you're not my father. I don't know what you are, but you're not Horus. And so he stabbed Horus with his own, like, power claw, then shot, like, 6 shots of bolter fire into his chest, and that solidified Abaddon. With the Black Legion and shit. It was awesome, man. But yeah, that's the entirety of it. That's the entirety of Horus's bullshit, of Abaddon taking over, of the Horus heresy. That's all of it, man. But besides that, Mordheim is a fun-ass game. I'm gonna keep playing it. But I will end the stream here because my throat hurts. It really does. Next day. Oh wait, can I move you? No. Wait, what are you? Warp guard. Okay, let's hire another warp guard. And we will hire another verminkin just in
Task
case.
completed.
And then switch that warp guard for this warp guard. And you can heal up and be okay. Yeah. Skirmish. Weapon system. Is there anything cool I have? I have victories. Veteran skills. This slice for veteran skills. Commander. Backstabbing. Nothing. I wish I had cool shit. But that's it for me tonight. That's, like I said, that's literally the whole thing with the Horus Heresy. It's very long. The book, there are 59 books into the Horus Heresy, but don't think, fuck Kevin, how the fuck am I gonna read 59 books, you dumbass? Don't think of it that way at all. Don't think of it that way. What it is, it's damn, I need to armor y'all the fuck up. Okay, how many homies do I have? Come on. Okay, shop is right next to it. I got 3, 4, 5, 6 with the dude on reserves. So that's 6. I need 6 light armor. Oh, he only has 2 on hand. Damn. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It'll refresh in 6 days? Are you kidding me? Fuck! Give me a gun. Weeping Blades, poison, test by debuff to deal. Do I have that already? Yeah, I do have Weeping Blades. Shield, spear. Do we have shields? Yeah, we got shields. We're good. Okay. Who are the squishy ones? I know one of y'all is very squishy. Oh, it was the warp guard that was squishy. Okay. How do I armor you up, my man? Oh, there we go. There we go. Now you got something to you. There's shurikens? That is cool. Cool. This game is awesome. You know, fuck yeah, give him some shurikens. We're about to fucking ninja a bitch. Nah, you know what? Let me see. Let me give him something else. What else do we got? Sword. Well, what's the difference? I mean, hold on. Spear, melee plus 10. All right. What if we give him a sword? Melee plus 10 plus 5, 16. Oh, 13 to 20. 13 to 20. Oh, that's shuriken. 13 to 23. But a sword is 16, 24, 28. Yeah, what the heck? Oh, it's already. Is this to buy it? Oh, this is the store. Right. Okay. It'd be nice if I could figure out how to. There it is. Okay. Do you have a sword? Yeah, you got a sword. Okay. Alrighty. This is a very interesting game. I am enjoying it. I cannot wait to see the ending. But that is it for me stream-wise tonight. Next week, what should I do? Maybe Necrons? Some more Necrons? Because I explained the War on Heaven, but I didn't explain anything else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But alright. That is it for me stream-wise. I'm going to keep playing this.